High school basketball is on the air. This afternoon, we send you out to Eastern Laramie County and Pine Bluffs High School for Class 2A action as the Pine Bluffs Lady Hornets and Hornets match up with the Burns Lady Broncs and Broncs in back-to-back action. High school basketball on 1480 K-Ray is being brought to you by our fine sports sponsors. Now let's send out the Pine Bluffs High School for basketball action, Class 2A conference action, as the Pine Bluffs Lady Hornets and Hornets entertain the Burns Lady Broncs and Broncs in back-to-back games. Before the opening tap of our girls contest, let's check in with our pregame show and bring on our announcers for this afternoon's contest, RJ Fox and Caleb Berggraf, right here on 1480.
Home of the Hornets as we get set for high school basketball action. Both teams, at least the girls game coming up, as both teams are 6-8. Coming into this contest, Pine Bluffs is coming off a 52, or rather I had it here a moment ago, that got me. Anyway, there we go. Pine Bluffs is coming in off a win over Mitchell, Nebraska Tuesday night, 61-31. The defending 2A state champs Burns Lady Broncs are coming in with a win last night over Lusk, 43-28. So we are expecting a highly entertaining ball game as we get set, right?
No, absolutely. And anytime you get these rivalry games, I think you throw the record out the window as far as what happens out there, and you just get excited for what's going to happen. And these are two teams that both are used to winning. So I think the start of the season has been a little bit frustrating for both teams in some ways, especially when you talk about the defending state champion Burns Broncs. I mean, yeah, you had a coaching change, but you still brought back a pretty good core from that team last year, and you want to be able to show that you are ready to kind of compete on that level. And I think that's what this game means the most for these two teams is, all right, rivalry game, let's kickstart it with the rivalry game on the first side of things, and then we can go into the back half of our season and really kind of explode going into the postseason play.
That's it. You know, the key, the operative thing, though, is you want to get through the regionals, get through the conference. You want to make the state tournament. That's the goal, because once you get to the state tournament, really everybody's 0-0. Wins, losses don't mean squats.
It's all out the window once you get to the tournament, and that's the biggest thing, especially with the districts and the regionals and the way things work in Wyoming. It's really about setting yourself up in that seeding for that regional tournament you can make that state tournament, because the confidence is what you want to grow. And these are two, I said it, they both bring a lot of kids back from their teams last year's, but even with that, they're still very young. They're still talking about small schools. You have to rely on a lot of players. In particularly, the Burns Lady Broncs have a lot of freshmen and sophomores that you'll see out there that kind of load up. And
yeah, they had a huge JV roster sitting down here. But yet, you know, you come out here for the varsity contest, they've got 7 seniors.
Yep.
You know, and for a 2A school to have 7 seniors,
that's a lot.
That's a lot. That is a lot of seniors. High school basketball on 1480 K-Ray is being brought to you by these great sports sponsors: Chick-fil-A, Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, Page Lane at Number 1 Properties, Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service, 2 Doors Down, Platte Valley Bank, Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, Lennox Auto Body, MHP LLP, Halliday Motors, Gill Window Company, Fat Boys Tire and Auto, Burns Insurance Company, First Tier Bank, Wyoming Department of Transportation, Merritt Plumbing and Heating, Kia of Cheyenne, FNBO, Pepsi of Cheyenne, and of course our scoreboard brought to you by Taco John's. We did not get out here in time to grab coaches for interviews. We will say we were under the impression that this game was going to start in a couple of hours.
And there's a couple other people I talked to in the gym that had the same impression coming here, that were a little bit surprised on the.
Trust me, it was merely by sheer accident this morning. I happened to look at a site and it listed 2:30, and I'm like, holy moly, we are so screwed. So I get on the phone, right? I'm on the phone with Larry, and I'm like, hey, this website said this game starts here. We got it here. And, you know, it took some phone calls, it took some talking, and it took some text, and then we finally did determine that, the game was at 2:30. So by that time it was noon, and we had to hustle.
Oh, for sure. we got out here, though, and I'll tell you what, it's It's the business of radio. It's the business of high school sports.
It is,
sometimes.
man.
And it makes sense, though, to put this game a little bit middle of the day because you're going to get a bigger crowd in the middle of the day, especially on a Saturday, than you would get out there. So I applaud them for moving it up a little bit because I think a lot of people are more excited about that, especially when you talk about two schools that are, 6-7 miles apart?
6 or 7 miles apart, yeah. I mean, you are talking, you get to the larger cities, and these are what you would call crosstown rivals.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Even if you look at it on Max Preps, it lists it as Pine Bluff Burns, not Burns on its own.
This is not a crosstown rival because there's no town. But it is what I would call an inter-county rivalry. So Burns and Pine Bluffs. So we're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back. Caleb and I will dissect some of the numbers. We'll be back in 2 minutes. You are listening to, and oh, by the way, watching high school basketball via our YouTube stream. Just search engine 1480 K-Ray. And you're watching high school basketball right here on 1480 K-Ray.
She shoots. She scores. It's nothing but net for your family dinner tonight at Two Doors Down. Two Doors Down is perfect for the active family with an expanded menu featuring Cheyenne's favorite gourmet burgers served with bottomless fries to your favorite platters, pastas, pizzas, salads, a full kids menu, and much, much more. It's Two Doors Down. For a complete menu and specials, go to twodoorsdown.net. Two Doors Down, 118 East 17th Street. Flippin' great burgers since 2000.
Wyoming owned and operated since 1971, Burns Insurance is Wyoming's right choice for your insurance needs. Burns Insurance is a trusted choice, full-service, independent insurance agency offering a full range of commercial, agricultural, and personal insurance products through many national and regional carriers. Let our friendly, experienced agents help you find the right product at the right price for your asset protection. Buy the policy, get the agent at Burns Insurance, your right choice. Find Burns Insurance on Facebook or at burnsia.com.
Bluffs High School, and welcome to our afternoon of high school basketball. Pine Bluffs Hornets and the Burns Broncs ×2, boys and girls. And by the way, I do want to give you this programming reminder coming up next Friday night from Story Gymnasium. It's the rivalry in Cheyenne, East and Central, and this boys and girls, and Caleb, that's going to be some pretty good basketball right there.
It really will be, and it got a lot more important because Central dropped their game last night to Laramie as Laramie came back on the girls' side from an 11-point deficit in order to come back with a win on that one. So Central sitting at 1-1, he's sitting at 2-0. If you want to be Central and you want to kind of make that statement that you're going to be competing for the conference this year, you need to get that win in that game against East.
Get it early.
I'll tell you what, they have the senior class to do it, and East is a little bit younger this year, so
they are.
That could be a really fun game on the girls' side. Boys' side, I'll tell you what, that one's always going to be a fun game on the boys' side.
Boys' side's going to be a blast. But you know, I've had a chance now to see. I've seen Central 2-3 games. I saw East last week, and I'm a little concerned for East, a little bit. Well, you're looking at two ball clubs, boys and girls, who are heavily depending on one player.
Yep.
Each team. You know, for the girls, it's Brady Schlabs, and for the boys, you got Jackson, and all the offenses for both teams run through those two players.
Oh, 100%.
And I don't think it'll take very long before a lot of coaches start figuring that out. and you're going to start seeing a lot more defensive pressure on those two specific players, and East is going to have to figure out a way around it.
Well, something's starting to show up in some of the average scores once you get into conference play. Now that you're getting into 4A teams playing 4A teams,
right?
Unless you're playing the bottom teams in the or in that classification right now, and that would be Jackson Hole, South, some of those teams that have struggled a little bit more as far as the scoring side of things. Most of these numbers against competitive schools, you're not seeing a whole lot of scores up in the 60s. You're not seeing a whole lot of scores even up in the mid to upper 50s. You're seeing a lot of scores, defensive battles where it's 49 to 48, 48, 41, that type of a game. So getting those role players to contribute is going to be so vital for those schools to be able to move forward. And you talk about tonight's game, that's kind of a preview to this afternoon's game as well, because that's the key for small schools too, is can you get some role players to come and give you don't need a lot. You need 4 to 6 points.
Yeah, you need some guy, you need people to come in, like you said, 4 to 6 points, maybe grab a couple of rebounds, play some defense.
Yep. Limit them to limit your person, do your job, man up on them.
And the teams that can figure that out fastest have an edge.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, as we get set for both the Pine Bluffs Lady Hornets, the Burns Lady Broncs, girls action, both teams are 6-8 coming in. And how have they done so far?
I'll tell you what, Pine Bluffs, this is their first conference game of the season, actually. So this is going to be interesting. They're one of only 2 teams at the 2A level that has yet to play a conference game. The only other one is Big Piney over on the west side of the state. You're starting to look at the standings there. I'll tell you what, it's going to be competitive on the girls' side in particular, in terms of how the standings are. Sundance is looking pretty good right now. Lincoln Fort Laramie got a 69-30 win in their opening game. Wyoming Indian is Wyoming Indian. You don't expect anything different to change from that one. Tongue River coming away with a win in their first one. So you got some teams that are starting to separate themselves. Burns did get a victory over Lusk in their opening game of conference play, 43-28. So a nice 15-point win for them to get them a 1-game winning streak moving forward into this one. Now can Burns keep that momentum going forward as they get into the meat of their 2A schedule? And on the other side, can Pine Bluffs, you got a chance to honestly put yourselves into that picture going forward and get that momentum going forward early in a place where both these 2 schools, they're used to winning. It doesn't matter what sport they're out there on. These 2 schools are competitive and expect to win.
They do it. They are, and that's what's great. And you and I were talking about this on the way out. Sometimes the small town schools, it's just better.
Oh, absolutely.
It is nothing, because the whole town turns out. This is it. They come out, they support their kids.
Well, especially when you get to rivalry games like this one, it's kind of fun to look at the schedule. That just take Burns, for example. They haven't played a soft schedule. They've played up with most of their teams that they've gone up against. There's 2 games against Alliance. There's games against Wheatland. There's games against Newcastle. There's games. It's not like this is a team that's taking it easy, and they've won some of those games against the big schools. Pine Bluffs, you can kind of go down and do the same thing as far as the size of schools that they've played and what they've tried to do. These 2 teams, I will say, did play each other in non-conference play earlier this season. Burns did get beat in that game, 44-23.
All right, our presentation of the national anthem will be back after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Educate, elevate, and celebrate at Cheyenne Regional Heart and Vascular's 15th annual Wake Up to Heart Health event on February 3rd at 9 a.m. This year's event will take place exclusively in person and will feature Cheyenne Regional cardiovascular providers and pharmacists. You'll also learn hands-on only CPR and hear from a heart patient about the importance of listening to your body. Learn how to be more proactive in your heart health and register today at cheyenneregional.org/.
At First Tier Bank, we strive to keep it simple. We offer great rates on a variety of CDs, and we don't make you open other accounts or be a new customer or use your debit card 12 times a month or have a direct deposit to get them. We leave that nonsense to the new big green bank in town or some colorful credit union. At First Tier, we simply invite you to come on in and call either of our 2 Cheyenne locations and get a great rate on a CD that fits your needs. Simple, the way it should be. First Tier Bank, 1508 Stillwater Avenue, or 18th and Cary in downtown Cheyenne. Member FDIC.
If you own a home or property, you have at some time experienced a systems failure, always at the worst possible time. If that happens to you, just call Merritt Plumbing and Heating at 638-0749. Randy Merritt has over 35 years experience of plumbing and heating service. Merritt Plumbing and Heating and their entire crew have one mission: to provide homeowners and businesses throughout Southeast Wyoming with reliable, affordable, and honest services. For plumbing and heating, commit this name to memory: Merritt Plumbing and Heating. Online at Merritt Plumbing and Heating.
There are a lot of rates out there, and it can be tough to find the right one. Well, let's make it easy. With FNBO's special offer CD of 5.5% APY for 3 or 7 months, you can earn more, save more, and do more. That's 5.5% annual percentage yield for 3 or 7 months, with a minimum deposit of $500 and an FNBO Premier checking account. Give your savings a great big boost with the Great Big Small Bank. FNBO, member FDIC.
R.J. Fox, Caleb Bergrath back. you know how some people, how some announcers actually do pregame prep, and they prepare, and they know who the starters are going to be, and they know who the players are going to be. We didn't do any of that.
Well, you know, when you only have how much time to kind of get down here and hustle your way down here to get set up, there's excuses today. I didn't say they were good excuses, but they're excuses.
Yeah, that is for sure. Oh, man. So for the Burns Lady Broncs, they're going to come out with 4 seniors and a sophomore. You're going to come out with Jordan Grease, a senior, Sierra Eklund, Savannah Kirkbride, Sadie Barrett, and Josie Barrett. The Burns Broncs are in their road black unis, orange numerals with some trim. Pine Bluffs Lady Hornets in their white home with purple numerals and gold trim. Pine Bluffs will control the tip. They'll come down, shot up from the key, no good. It is going to be rebound by Burns. Here come the Lady Broncs down quickly. There's a shot and a whistle. The shot was by Sierra Eklund.
Avery Sweeter with the foul there, the sophomore coming in. 6 foot. She's got some size. She's the tallest player on this Lady Hornet basketball team, and I don't know, just being a little bit too aggressive going inside. She was playing the JV game earlier, had some pretty good looks in that game.
Yeah. So a pair of free throws coming your way. The first one is up and no good. As we are just underway from Pine Bluffs High School, 0-0 with 7:40 to go here in the first. The second shot is also no good. So Sierra Eklund misses them both, and it'll be Pine Bluffs with the basketball. They'll go far side to Graves. Graves swings it around. They'll shoot into the middle. This is going to be up and in by Sweeter. Avery Sweeter with the score. And it is 2-0 Pine Bluffs. Burns down under the lane. Shot put up, running one-hander, no good by Grease. And you got a whistle.
Just trying to make a makeup foul there. Grease heading to the University of Wyoming next year as a soccer player. She committed to that last fall, late fall, nice. Early winter time.
Yeah.
So getting her last looks on the basketball court before she heads over to East to play for the Thunderbirds on the soccer field for one final time.
Pine Bluffs basketball. Up across half court is Beimer. She'll have it knocked away, last touched by Grease.
Those are the type of athletes you love to have as a coach, because it doesn't, if you're a D1 kid, it doesn't matter what the sport is. You can plug them into almost any sport, and they'll be able to make something happen with it.
They'll be able to compete. As this pass intended for Beimer is going to be too hot through her hands. Out of bounds, last touch by Pine Bluffs. So on the turnover, Burns will get it back.
Good defense by both teams early on in this one.
Yeah, they are being stubborn. It is 7:01 to go here in the first quarter, 2-0. Pine Bluffs with the lead, Burns with the basketball. Grease brings it down, goes far side to Barrett. Barrett into the middle to Kirkbride. Kirkbride has it taken away. Reese Graves with the steal for Pine Bluffs.
Great help side defense by Reese.
Down into the corner to Beimer. Beimer swings it out now, top of the key to her sisters, Kaylee and Kelsey. Gonna have fun with that one as they will turn it over. Now here comes Burns on the run. Grease with the basketball, drives the lane, puts up the shot, and too long, too strong, missed everything. Gets her own rebound. Now looking for some help, will kick it out to Eklund. Her shot is now she will just haul it back. I thought she was going to launch that one for sure. But now we'll pull it down, give it off to Grease, who brings it off to the top of the key. Now goes far side on the elbow to Barrett. Barrett has it knocked loose. It's going to be last touch by Pine Bluff, so Burns will get it back. 5:59 in the first, 2-0.
Just noticed over at the Burns, none of their players are actually sitting on the bench.
No, they're all standing up.
And they've been doing it the entire game.
Burns with the basketball. Saria Eklund now goes far side to Sadie Barrett. Barrett down into the corner to Grease. Grease now will drive the baseline. He is going to be knocked out of bounds. They're going to say she was bumped out.
Jessica Hoffman, the other 6-footer for the Laney Hornets.
So the second foul, Jessica Hoffman will get her second, or her second team foul. They will kick it out. Eklund looking at the top of the key to Sadie Barrett. Give it off to Grease. She'll put up the three, and out won't go. Rebound, Pine Bluffs.
Pine Bluffs was expecting an inside rebound.
Yeah, Sierra Eklund, her shot for three won't go. Rebounded, put up, that's no good. Fight for the rebound is going to come out to Pine Bluffs. Taken away by Burns. There's a shot by Kirkbride, that's no good. Now the ball's on the floor. Pine Bluffs will come up with it to Grease. She'll drive, put up the shot, blocked from behind. Fight for the ball in the lane and a tied up.
And Jordan Grease just looked at the official after coming out of that scrum with the ball still,
really?
and she stared at him for a good 2 seconds. Wait, I wasn't fouled?
Yeah, no.
Just to look at him.
Well, no. What's that? No blood, no foul. Yeah. Nobody got hurt. Nobody was injured. So, yeah, no foul. Burns with the basketball. Top of the key to Barrett. Barrett. Now we'll give it off to Grease. Grease swings it around near side to Barrett. Barrett drops this one off. Shot up and out won't go. Sadie Barrett with the with the shot.
First of all, credit on the drive on the baseline to avoid going out of bounds. She was able to tiptoe that baseline, still find an open teammate. Good look there for Burns.
Jessica Hoffman will pick up her second for Pine Bluffs. The first foul shot by Barrett is no good.
I'm just struggling at the free. 0 for 3 at the line right now. Still looking to get onto the scoreboard. It's 2-0 with 4:45. We've played nearly half of the first and
it's
seen one basket.
An intense first half, too, by the way. There is the second shot, and that one's not going to go. Somebody put saran wrap on that one. I don't know. Pine Bluffs will bring it down. Out on top of the key, Avery Gray, who's checked in. Now comes near side to Beimer. Beimer down in the corner to Kelsey Beimer. Now they'll circle it back around. Gray on the elbow will drive to the baseline. Now we'll kick it out. Nice ball movement there by Pine Bluffs. Shot up, no good by Sweeter. That was an air ball. Pine Bluffs comes up with it. Greaves with the long court pass. And it is going to be stolen away by Pine Bluffs. Kayla Breimer gives it off to her sister Kelsey. I'm assuming they're sisters. I'm going to take a guess on that one. Beimer on the elbow. Now we'll cross court it to Beimer. Like the Beimers are playing catch from corner to corner. They'll dump it off to Gray. Gray drives the baseline. Ball's going to be kicked out. Beimer will grab it. Shot up for three. The lefty is no good. Rebound, Pine Bluffs. Grease will drive. Now we'll kick it back out. Long jumper, 18 feet, no good. There's a rebound, a shot up for three, finally. Josie Barrett, two? Just going to give her a two. Nice. So we are tied at 2 with 3:02 to go here in the first. Beimer, they dump it inside to Sweeter. Sweeter is double teamed and a whistle.
And I'll tell you what both defenses are doing really good right now. It's Burns is doing a really good job of help defense with the guards going inside. They don't have the height advantage that the Pine Bluffs Hornets have right now, but the Hornets are also doing a good job of not getting too extended with their height and staying in the paint. Everybody's having to shoot threes right now or stay outside, or you go into a mess inside, which we saw earlier about 2-3 minutes ago.
Graves will inbound. There's a shot up, no good by Gray. Rebounded Pine Bluffs. Coming out with the basketball is Barrett. Barrett on the far elbow will swing it out. And the shot inside is good.
Good ball movement to open that shot up in the middle of the paint.
I believe that's Savannah Kirkbride.
I'm starting to see both teams start to use a little bit more of the passing game to open themselves up.
Pine Bluffs with the basketball. And this one's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Pine Bluffs, so Burns will get it back.
Crowd this afternoon, I'll tell you that's the other thing. The crowd this afternoon, they are into it from the get-go on this one. Every play they are living and dying by.
Oh, yeah. See, some of these players, they have a list of players here. That's Brooklyn Kopetsky with the basketball. Now it's going to be stolen away. Pine Bluffs will come up with it with 2:04 to go here in the first. We are still tied at 2. There's a three-pointer, no good by Beimer. Rebound and a whistle.
Smallest player on the court right now for Pine Bluffs gets in there. It's Reese Graves getting the rebound on the offensive glass on the left side and getting to the hoop.
So Brooklyn Kopetsky will get her first. And at the line for Pine Bluffs will be Reese Graves. First shot is no good.
First substitution for Burns. Meadow Lloyd will sub on, 5'9" freshman. For having as many seniors, for not having a lot of seniors, Hornets. That was the wrong name. It's Saria Eklund is on.
There we go.
For Pine Bluffs. There we go.
Pine Bluffs with the ball. They give it to Beimer. Kelsey, that's Kelsey. Now she'll swing it top of the key to Kayla. Tried to dip one in. They do get it in. Shot up, no good by Avery Gray. And now Pine Bluffs will come up with the basketball.
Didn't use the glass on that rebound attempt, and I think that's what cost her. Or on that put-up attempt, rather.
Yeah, Saria Eklund. This one's going to be point blank. And finally getting the ball. Getting in the biscuit in the basket was Brooklyn Kopetsky. And the timeout on the floor. With 1:14 to go, it is Burns 6, Pine Bluffs 2. We're back after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Go the distance with the new 2023 Kia Sorento Hybrid. I'm AJ Miller for Kia of Cheyenne, and the new 2023 Kia Sorento Hybrid will provide an exceptional driving range. No charging stations needed, as the Kia Sorento Hybrid will charge while driving. Take on the season with all-wheel drive, smart cruise control, wireless charging, and more comfort and safety features. Come into Kia of Cheyenne, call 775-0123 or go to KiaofCheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
R.J. Fox, Caleb Burgraff at Pine Bluffs High School, where the hosts find themselves down after going out to a 2-0 lead. All of a sudden, the Burns Lady Broncs come alive and score 6 straight.
Well, and a lot of it's the defense getting into transition for Burns right now. Burns also using their passing to open things up, and Pine Bluffs still trying to get it in 1 or 2 passes before they get it inside.
So Kelsey Beimer gives it off to Graves. Graves shot, drive, no good. Rebound, Pine Bluffs, or rather Burns. Burns Broncs. Shoo, I'll get him by the end of the day. Sierra Eklund. And this pass intended for Grease is going to be knocked out of bounds. And a last touch by Pine Bluffs.
Pine Bluff's trying to get the ball inside to Sweeter a lot, but you're seeing the fact she is a sophomore, she's still working on getting comfortable inside when she gets those looks.
So Barrett kicks this one in. There's a shot put up left-handed by Sharia Eklund. A whistle. Avery Sweeter will pick up her second for Pine Bluffs. And headed to the line for Burns will be Sharia Eklund.
Still can't hit the free throw. That's 0 for 5 at the line now for Burns. And for Sweeter, did everything right there. Just brought the arm down when she was going for the block attempt. If she stays straight up and down, that's perfect defense, something you learn again as a young player.
The lefty gets up the second one, though, and gets that one to go. That'll help the average a little bit. And now Burns leads by 5, 7-2. Pine Bluffs with the basketball. And now you're going to get an over and back. As the defensive pressure by Burns that time, they did a double team right across half court and trapped the ball handler.
And some of that's on Avery Gray. She was the intended target, but as soon as the ball handler got across half court, Avery needed to also get across half court, and she was a little bit delayed in that.
A little bit slow. So it'll be Pine Bluffs basketball. Barrett swings it around, gives it off to Grease. Grease will drive the lane, a shot and a foul.
And Burns starting to play with confidence out there on the court on the offensive side.
The foul, Bella Lugana? No, wrong roster. Reese Graves.
Tell you what, for this Pine Bluffs team, first free throw goes through. 7 freshmen and 4 sophomores make up their roster. They've only got 2 seniors and 2 juniors on this entire roster. So a young team that they have.
And there's a fight for the rebound. Jump ball on the rebound as the shot was no good. So Jordan Grease goes 1 for 2 at the line. The possession arrow pointed towards Pine Bluffs. Pine Bluffs going left to right across your K-Ray radio dial, as well as across your YouTube stream, if you've got us there. Lady Hornets with the basketball, and this one's good pass is going to be picked off. Avery Gray threw an errant one, and now you're going to get Jordan Grease with the breakaway. On the fast break, it is 10-2 Burns, and that is going to end your first sack quarter of play. So after getting out to a 2-0 lead, Pine Bluffs has seen Burns run off 10 straight. We're back after this 60-second timeout. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
The 6-pack and a pound is now $2 off at Taco John's. But what's the right occasion to enjoy 6 crunchy tacos loaded with seasoned beef plus a pound of potato olays? How about date night, movie night, 1,000-piece puzzle night, picnics in the park, picnics in your kitchen, camping, tailgates, anniversaries, bribing friends, bribing pets, bribing yourself, birthdays, holidays, and any day that ends in Y, to name a few. The 6-pack and a pound, now $2 off, only from Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better. Download the app or
Season's greetings from the Gill Window Company. First and most importantly, thank you for past and present patronage. Your business is not forgotten and is truly appreciated. This is the season of peace on earth and goodwill to men, so for Mike and everyone at the Gill Window Company at 1813 Pacific Avenue in Cheyenne, they want to take this time to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a most happy and prosperous New Year. Thank you for shopping local. The Gill Window Company is truly blessed to have you as a friend and a valued customer.
R.J. Fox, Caleb Burgraff from Pine Bluffs High School. It's the Hornets, the Bronx, ×2. As of course, we'll have the girls action right now, boys action to follow. As Caleb Burgraff will bring you that play-by-play. It'll be Burns basketball to start this second quarter, and you're going to get on the shot. Shot was attempted by Savannah Kirkbride, but it was blocked. So on the jump ball, it will be Pine Bluffs basketball.
Really good defense in there. And the Hornets, again, you can see splashes of what this team has potential to be.
Oh, man.
If they continue to mature and get better at the game.
So the Hornets with the basketball, bringing it down is Kelsey Beimer. Beimer now comes top of the key to Katie Bruins. Hands it off to Avery Gray. Gray drives into the lane, puts up the one-hander off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Burns.
Still in the midst of a 10-0 run for Pine Bluffs.
Burns with the basketball. Shot up, no good. Rebound fought for. Burns comes up with it. And that's going to be put back up and in by Brooklyn Kopetsky.
I apologize. That's a 12-0 run for Burns, not Pine Bluffs.
Yeah. So a 10-point edge now for the Lady Broncs from Burns. Beimer with the basketball, brings it down. Was trying to pass it to her sister. Now it's going to be stolen and taken away. Burns with the basketball, and you're going to get a jump ball here. Somebody got away with a little bit of a nudge on that one. Oh, that was pretty good. As the player was driving for the hoop, it was like they hit the turbo, and away they went.
Hit the nos.
Hit the nos. 6:47 and a whistle here on the reach-in.
First foul of the quarter goes against Pine Bluffs. They're the ones that are getting into some foul trouble right now.
They are. Avery Sweeters got 2, Jessica Hoffman with 2, Kaylee Beimer with 1, and Reese Graves with 1. So Burns basketball. And now an inadvertent pass as Bryn Bach, the sophomore, has checked in. Lady Hornets working it around. Bronze at the top of the key. Now we'll kick it out to Beimer. Beimer gives it off to Bronze. Bronze drives the lane, puts up the shot, won't go, and a whistle.
And just got the feet stuck a little bit. Let's make sure I get my right roster this time. Savannah Kirkbride, as she's going to pick up the foul, and first foul on her. But that's what the Hornets need to do. They need to slow the tempo down when they get down the court. Once they start passing the ball, running the offense, they get some more space to shoot the ball. But when you get into this fast pace, that just plays right into Burns' hands because Burns is more guard heavy, and guards want to get out there and run.
Yeah. So Savannah Kirkbride gets the personal foul. At the line, Avery Gray misses the first one.
No, late on the board, they did get it. She did make it.
Did she? Okay. I was watching the score. I was trying. Misses the second one, though.
Just premonitions.
As they say, saw it coming. It'll be Burns basketball. Top of the key to Bach. And this is going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Josie Barrett, or last touch by Pine Bluffs. So Josie Barrett will inbound it for Burns. Now comes top of the key to Bach. Bach. Pass going to be knocked away, run down, though, by Barrett. Barrett comes up with it. Looking inside, nothing happened in there. Now looking for somebody to give it to. Finally gets some help from Eklund, Sierra Eklund, and the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Pine Bluffs.
There was no off-ball movement by Burns on that one. They cannot get stuck into that. You got to run something.
Got to run something, yeah. Everybody was just kind of standing around on that one. So Pine Bluffs makes its way up the court. There's the long court pass. There's the throw into Gray. Gray into the lane, puts up the shot. Won't go, but a whistle.
Now the foul's starting to sneak up on the Burns Broncs a little bit. Their second, and also the second one on Josie Barrett.
That'll bring Jordan Grease back into the game for the Broncs, Lady Broncs. At the line, first shot in and out, won't go. Avery Gray with her second trip to the charity stripe.
I think we've seen 2 free throw makes so far in the game between the two teams.
3.
Okay.
But they've shot about 10.
Yeah, it's been a rough day at the free throw line.
Second one is also going to be too long, too strong, so Gray misses both of them. She's 1 of 4 from the charity stripe.
I have a feeling Monday practice is going to see quite a few free throw drills.
We're going to go shoot free throws. Grease for the Broncs, into the lane, puts up the shot. It's good.
Nice delivery there into the lane. Floated one up over the defense. Good vision.
Pine Bluffs down in a hurry, and you've got a timeout, Pine Bluffs. And that one, I feel bad. I feel bad too because her team had a breakaway.
Lindsay called the timeout right as the pass left the hand to go forward.
Yeah, that was
and even she knew it. She just kind of rolled her head back.
So with 5:02 to go here in the second, it is 14-3, Burns with the lead. We're back in 30. You're listening to high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year are the sincere wishes from Ray and Cindy Mefford and the entire crew at Chick-fil-A. Most importantly, they say thank you for your continued patronage. Chick-fil-A open Monday through Saturday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come on in. Use the convenient drive-thru or use the Chick-fil-A app. For parties and special gatherings, let Chick-fil-A cater your next special event by going to CheyenneChicken.com. Season's greetings from Chick-fil-A at Windmill and Del Range in Cheyenne.
R.J. Fox, Caleb Berggraf at Pine Bluffs High School, where the Lady Broncs have run off a bunch after falling down 2-zip. They run off about a dozen in a row. They now lead 14-3. At the line, it'll be end out for Pine Bluffs, as Graves will trigger it in for the Lady Hornets. Pass going to be knocked away, taken away, and Burns will come up with the basketball. As now it's almost stolen back from Bach. Bach will collect the ball for the Lady Broncs. And now they'll kick it out to Grease, who will set top of the key. Comes near side shot for three, in and out by Saria Eklund. And that one, rebound, is going to go out of bounds. So last touch by Burns. As Kelsey Beimer checks in, she'll replace Jessica Hoffman. Or rather, she'll replace her sister, Kaylee Beimer. Katie Bruns with the basketball for the Hornets. Top of the key. Now goes far side to Graves. Graves down in the corner to Beimer. Beimer. They'll cycle it back out to Gray. Gray will drive into the lane. Has the ball knocked away. Gets a hold of it. Will put up a shot. Too long, too strong. Rebounded out by Burns. They get it off to Grease. Grease shoots this one ahead to Sadie Barrett, but she could not control the ball and is going to be called for travel.
And Burns is trying to get Sadie Barrett involved. She's really their size on the court right now, but just a good job, by Pine Bluffs to keeping somebody on her. They got the size to match up with her, but she's also just had some trouble kind of getting the feet moving the right way today.
So Pine Bluffs. Beimer down into the corner to Graves. Graves looking inside. Now will drive the baseline. Goes against the double team. Reverse layup. Too short. Is going to be rebounded. Put back up and in by Avery Gray.
Nice and one play. Gray sticking with it.
Yeah.
Just a freshman. She's already 5'11", too. She's got another year worth of growing underneath her. So I tell you, this Pine Bluffs Hornets team, this season's going to be a good learning opportunity for them because they have so much youth coming up.
Oh, yeah. Saria Eklund gets the foul. That'll be her first. Chance at the old-fashioned three is not going to go.
Free throw line strikes again.
It does. 14-5. There's a three-pointer. It is going to be launched. No good by Kirkbride. Rebounded by Pine Bluffs. To Beimer. Beimer across half court. Now we'll kick it back out to her sister, Kaylee. They'll hand it off. Shot up for three by Bruns. Won't go. Beimer comes up with the rebound. To the right elbow to Kaylee. Down into the corner to Kelsey. There is a cross-court pass. Shot up and good. Katie Bruns.
And that one.
Yeah, a timeout on the floor for Burns. So with 3:03 to go here in the second quarter, it is 14-7. Pine Bluffs making a bit of a comeback. We're back in 30. You're listening to high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray. R.J. Fox, Caleb Berggraf at Pine Bluffs High School with the Lady Hornets trailing the Burns Lady Broncs 14-7. It'll be Burns basketball as Jordan Grease will bring it down for the Lady Broncs. She'll go far side, gives it off to Eklund. Eklund into the lane, now will drop it for Barrett. Barrett drives into the lane, lost control. Pine Bluffs comes out with it.
Defense starting to turn into some offense now for the Hornets. They've stifled the run for the Broncs, now putting up some of their own points, making it a game again.
Yeah, Bruns top of the key. Comes near side to Beimer. Beimer on the wing. They'll reverse it around to Kelsey Beimer. Beimer, they dump it inside to Lazos, and a whistle.
I'm curious to see if Burns, as that foul ends up going.
Sharia Eklund.
There we go. I'm curious to see if Burns ends up switch. They're in a zone right now. I'm curious to see if at some point in time they don't switch back to a man-to-man because they're getting caught snapping on the back side of the zone. Pine Bluffs is starting to figure out that other side, the opposite side, if they move it quickly enough, they can get it into the hands of somebody open on the opposite side, and that's what caused the foul, is just a late reaction over to that side by Eklund.
So Avery Gray checks back into the ball game for Pine Bluffs. Lazos made the first shot. The lefty puts up the second one, drained them both. There's a girl who went to free throw practice.
5-point game.
Yeah, 14-9 with 2:23 to go here in the second. Top of the key is Grease. She will look far side to Barrett. Barrett will bring it back out on top. Now they'll swing it around down onto the baseline to Grease. Grease, she'll kick it off. Now they dump it inside to Kopetsky, and a whistle. Kaylee Beimer will pick up her second.
That was a nice dribble move up at the top coming from Josie Barrett. She kind of pump faked on the pass inside or pump faked on the shot, drew the defense up, then passed the ball inside, and that's what opened up the look for Kopetsky. She makes the free throw. Maybe the woes are kind of past us now.
Nailed them both. So Kopetsky now with 6 on the ball game as she nails both the free throws. Pine Bluffs with the basketball down in a hurry. Beimer has a shot blocked, got her own rebound, put it up again. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. I'm going to say last touched by Burns, so it will be Pine Bluffs basketball, as Reese Graves will trigger it in underneath the Hornet basket. Burns settling into a man-to-man. Greaves kicks this one out on top to Ines. There is an underhand scoop. That is going to crawl and fall. That was actually pretty impressive.
Oh, it was. Nice little confident move inside, and that's the thing. If you're going to do it, you got to go in with confidence on that type of a play.
So Avery Gray with the hoop, and now down at the other end, you've got a whistle. Katie Bruns picks up her first for Pine Bluffs.
13 foul, 14 fouls for Burns.
The inbound pass going to be run down by Grease of Burns. She'll drive the lane, put up the shot, won't go, and a whistle.
She got bailed out on that one.
I think, yeah.
Avery Gray helped her out just a little bit. Excuse me, they're actually going to get that on Reese Graves.
Reese Graves going to get her second.
Jordan just picked that ball up about the three-point line, and I think she thought she could get a little bit more inside before the defense approached, and they just got there to her and sent her to the line.
So Jordan will make the first one. Checking into the ball game for Pine Bluffs will be Meadow Lloyd.
Another freshman for this team. That's 7 freshmen. That's a lot. That's a lot for any team.
Second shot in, out, won't go. Rebounded by Burns, shot up, won't go. Second rebound by Burns. As they'll get it to Grease, top of the key. She'll drive the lane, put up the run-hander, won't go. And a whistle on the shot. As you will get on the play, Katie Bruns will get her second. That's 5 players now with 2 fouls apiece. Grease will go to the line for Burns. With 1:21 to go here in the second quarter. Misses the first one.
It's 5 team fouls now for.
Makes the second one.
Bonus time, the final 121 of the half for both teams.
18-11, a 7-point edge for the Lady Broncs. Pine Bluffs with the basketball. Top of the key is Gray, or rather is Bruns. She will set the Pine Bluffs offense. Works off the screen, now comes near side, into the middle. They get it to Lloyd. Lloyd's shot won't go. Rebound is going to be fought for, and a whistle. So with the foul, Savannah Kirkbride picks up her second for Burns. Headed to the line for Pine Bluffs, and making the first shot is Lazos, who is now a perfect 3 for 3. Nailed them both. See, didn't jinx her a bit.
Got lucky.
18-13 on the drive down. Grease is going to be fouled.
Free throws for Grease after Gray picks up another.
No, so
Or
Avery,
first, I should say.
Avery Gray picks up her first. Grease will head back to the line for Burns.
All right, good news for the Hornets. They're spreading the fouls along. That's the good news for the Hornets right now.
Yeah, you got 5 players with 2. First shot off the back of the rim, no good. So under a minute here to go, 51.3 seconds. Second shot is also in and out, won't go, but a fight for the rebound, and Burns will come up with it. A putback, no good by Kopetsky. And a shot for 2 by Barrett. And now Burns will get it back and score again.
Barrett back-to-back layups inside. Just snuck that one away.
So Josie Barrett with a quick 4 points. And now Pine Bluffs just trying to get it down the court. As this pass is going to be over the head, intended for Beimer. It's going to go out of bounds right into the scorer's booth where it will be Burns basketball.
It's not always about how good your pressure is. Sometimes it's about when that pressure is stacked up on a team.
Yeah, when it comes. So with 14 seconds to go, Burns could play for the last shot, but don't. The shot up for 3, no good. Rebound is going to be collected, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Burns. So with 9.2 to go on the Taco John scoreboard, it will be Pine Bluffs basketball. Beimer looking for somebody to get it into. Finally gets it into Lloyd. Lloyd gives it back to Beimer. Beimer down the far side. Now we'll cross-court this one. It's going to be picked off by Grease, whose shot at the buzzer will not go. After 2 quarters of play, it is the Burns Broncs 22, the Pine Bluffs Lady Hornets 13. We're back after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
MHP is a certified public accounting and consulting firm located in both Cheyenne and Fort Collins, offering accounting, tax, and consulting services to businesses, not-for-profit, government, and individual clients. MHP takes pride in their commitment to providing close, personal attention to their clients. They also continue to invest time and resources in continuing education, state-of-the-art computer technology, and valuing their relationships with you. MHP is proud supporter of local and UW athletics. MHP, 314 West 18th Street, or call 634-21.
Today is April 23rd, 2021. Tracy Locke for Pepsi at ID PETW 1114000. Spot title, Better with Pepsi Sounds Delicious. Nachos, 30-second stereo full radio mix.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union is now offering a simple way to help make your money work for you. Meridian Trust will now pay 4% interest on their Max Rewards free checking accounts with balances up to $25,000 per month. Get all the details at mymeridiantrust.com or stop by your local Meridian Trust branch with 3 locations in Cheyenne. 4349 East Lincoln Way, 1602 East Prairie Avenue, and downtown at 2223 Warren Avenue. Right now is the perfect time to become a Meridian Trust member. Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, where your deposits are safely insured by the NCUA. Be sure Page Lane.
R.J. Fox, Caleb Berggraf back at Pine Bluffs High School. We're at the half. It is the Lady Broncs 22-13 over the Lady Hornets, and it was. I would almost say it was a tale of 2 quarters, but really it wasn't really even a tale of 2 quarters. Pine Bluffs got off to a 2-0 lead.
Yep.
And it took them a while to get that. But then the Lady Broncs of Burns just kind of went on a run. And then, not a lot of offense from the Pine Bluffs Lady Hornets.
You woke up the Burns Broncs. I think that's the biggest thing that happened there. The defense just kind of kept them in it. They gave up that the first basket of the game actually fell down for Pine Bluffs. It looked like Pine Bluffs was going to come out, and their defense was locking everything up inside. They were using their size advantage well. Then Burns started using their athleticism. Again, they're a very guard-heavy team. They started kind of driving a bit more, got some foul trouble on some of the bigs. Those bigs started being a bit more tentative about whether they wanted to go and attack that guard because of the foul. That led to that burst of offense and what ended up being a 12-0 run coming from Burns.
Now, at the half, the Lady Broncs of Burns scored 10 in the first quarter, 12 in the second quarter. So that's their 22 points. They are led at the half. Actually, you've got 3 players kind of setting the pace. Jordan Grease was 7, okay? But then you've got Josie Barrett with 6 and Brooklyn Kopetsky with 6. Also, Savannah Kirkbride with 2 and Sharia Eklund with 1. But really, like you said, it's Jordan Grease, Josie Barrett, Brooklyn Kopetsky, 3 guards, pretty much, that are kind of setting the pace for the Burns Broncs.
Well, and part of that's because that full court pressure. Those guards are causing turnovers in the front court, turnovers in the back court. You're getting out onto the run. That's when Burns is at their best, is when they get out on the run, and you can't let the other team set up their half-court defense.
Right, and Jordan Grease has been the beneficiary of that. She has been to the line a bunch.
Oh, for sure. And this game, if Burns was making their free throws, then this game would be much further out of reach right now.
Jordan Grease has been to the line 8 times, or has shot 8 free throws. Unfortunately, he's only made 3. So, this could be a lot bigger halftime. And overall, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So they are only like 6 out of 16 from the charity stripe. So for the Burns Lady Broncs, they're called free throws for a reason. That's because you don't got anybody in front of your face. If they're making some of those, if they're even shooting 50%, this is a bigger lead.
Now, part of Burns has the excuse. I will give them that. This is not your home gym.
No,
so
it's not your home
the lighting's a little bit different. Maybe the backdrop's a little bit different. The noise that's coming in is a little bit different. Plus, add in the nerves of a rivalry game. But you're absolutely right. That is something that every coach is going to pull his hair out of because, you're up by 9 right now, but if you're up by 15, say you can make half of those ones that you missed. If you're up by 15 right now, as a coach, you can do a lot more stuff, especially when you're Burns and you have this deep roster that you want to be able to plug into it and maybe get some experience. And we both know at small schools, that experience that you can get is so critical.
Every minute you can get a kid on the court.
As a coach, you're kind of going, man, I'm not upset we're up by 9, but I really, really wish that I had a few more players that I'd gotten some minutes for out there during this one, or that I could get in the second half without having to play my starters as long.
Now, for the Pine Bluffs Lady Hornets, they're being paced by a couple of players. Avery Gray has 4. You've got Ines Lazos with 4. Katie Bruns with 2. Avery Sweeter with 2. The Lady Hornets put up just 2 points in the first quarter, 13 in the second. And they didn't shoot all that great either. They were like, 5 out of 8 from the charity stripe. Gray went to the line. She had 4 attempts. Lazos went to the line. She had 4 attempts. Lazos made all hers. Avery Gray only notching 1 out of 4. So The free throw statistics are going to take a beating in this ball game, unless your last name is Lazos, in which case you're doing just fine.
keep sending her to the line if you can, and she's one of those that's been really, really nice at the line so far for this Burns Bronx team, or excuse me, for this Lady Hornets team, and only a freshman. And there's been a few of the youngsters that have really impressed me so far for the underclassmen. Avery Sweeter, again, I think if she gets more confident out there on the court, she's going to do some good things and learn how to use her size a little bit more at this level. You mentioned Lazos really just kind of has a good control of her body, and Reese Graves, a sophomore for this team, really has also made some big impacts out there on the court. All of them underclassmen for this Pine Bluffs team, which I think is building up for something in the next 2 years.
You bet. All right, we've got about 3 minutes here until the start of the second half. Again, it's the Burns Lady Bronx leading 22-13 over the Pine Bluffs Lady Hornets. We're back after this 2-minute timeout, a 2-minute break. You are listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
As your life changes, so do your banking needs. At Platte Valley Bank, we offer a wide range of services for your individual banking needs, as well as solutions to help your business be successful. No matter how simple or complicated your financial needs, we have the products, knowledge, and resources to help you achieve financial success. Experience the difference. You belong here.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Winter driving in Wyoming. Are you prepared? Winter storms strike quickly across Wyoming's high plains and the mountains. When they do, driving conditions can deteriorate rapidly and become very challenging. Make sure your vehicle is ready for the elements and you have an emergency preparedness kit available. Driving on slick roads, always remember slower speed, acceleration, steering, and braking. Also turn off the cruise control and always buckle up. Ice and snow. Take it slow. Know before you go. For travel info, call 511 or online at wyoroad.info. Paid for by Federal Highway Safety Funds.
As your life changes, so do your banking needs. At Platte Valley Bank, we offer a wide range of services for your individual banking needs, as well as solutions to help your business be successful. No matter how simple or complicated your financial needs, we have the products, knowledge, and resources to help you achieve financial success. Experience the difference. You belong here.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Go the distance with the new 2023 Kia Sportage Hybrid. I'm AJ Miller for Kia of Cheyenne. The new
Berggraf back at Pine Bluffs High School. Again, the Lady Bronx leading the Lady Hornets 22-13. Don't forget boys action coming up right after this one. Caleb Berggraf will have all the play-by-play for you. I'm going to sit over there and do color and run a camera.
Say all of the play-by-play. Let's just do most of the play-by-play.
Okay, that works for me. And then a programming reminder coming up next Friday, the only night we'll have high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray. Next week, it will be East and Central. Game times 6 and 7:30. That's coming to you from Story Gymnasium.
Huge matches for opposite sides on that one. For East, trying to kind of say you're okay, you're right there with the number one team in the state in Central, and on the other side, on the girls' side, Central needs a bounce back, and East kind of looking like they're going to be one of the dominant teams in the state.
Yeah. For those of you also keeping track right now, of course, NFL playoffs going on. In the second quarter, 7:21 to go. You got the Ravens leading the Texans 10-3. Just
future MVP Lamar Jackson looking to try and get the win.
I thought I'd put that out there for certain fans who are interested. It'll be Pine Bluffs basketball to start this third quarter. Near side with the basketball, Kaylee Beimer tried to dump it inside to Sweeter. It's going to be tapped away, taken away, handed off to Jordan Grease. Grease now will bring it down for Burns. Burns. They'll come near side to Josie Barrett. Barrett looking inside, nothing there. Now we'll kick it out on top to Saria Eklund. Goes far side to Grease. Grease drives the lane, dishes off, shot up by Barrett, won't go. Fight for the rebound, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Pine Bluffs. So Burns basketball. Grease triggers it into Eklund. Eklund comes around top of the key to Barrett. Barrett. Far side to Josie Barrett. Josie Barrett will drive, put up the shot off the glass. It's good. 24-13. The lead is 11. Almost had to do math there for a second. Pine Bluffs down in a hurry. Now that time they got Jessica Hoffman loose in the lane down low, and Hoffman knocks it home, 24-15.
Now that you're kind of not worrying about the foul trouble as much with not a reset, but kind of not as tight about having 2 fouls in this third quarter.
Right.
Curious to see if that helps the bigs for the Hornets get a little bit more involved.
Burns with the basketball. There's a shot just inside the three-point line. Savannah Kirkbride, though, will knock it home.
It's actually good defense on that one, too, by Hoffman. Got out there tight on her and better shot.
Yeah, and Beimer loses this one out of bounds. She was being pestered all the way up the floor by Josie Barrett, and Josie created the turnover there, so ball will go back to the Lady Bronx. Jordan Grease comes near side. Now we'll reverse, go far side. Kicks it around to Saria Eklund. Shot for 3, won't go. Fight for the rebound. Back to Eklund, to Grease. Fakes the shot. Now we'll give it off. Shot is going to come up short by Saria Eklund. And a fight for the rebound. Bodies all over the floor.
That's a tough one for Josie Barrett to take as a foul. She got run over on that one, and she's the one that ends up getting the whistle. And it was a good call by the officials. I don't want to say it wasn't a foul, but it's one of those where you're lying on the ground just trying to pick yourself up, and, well, the ball rolled past you, and you go, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Well, Barrett will come out as that's her third personal. Brooklyn Kopetsky will check in for Burns. Pine Bluffs with the basketball. Kelsey Beimer near side. Inside. Shot up, no good by Sweeter. Rebound's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Burns.
And I'd like to see Hoffman, instead of leaning into the contact, lean towards the backboard on that shot that she just had on the inside that she missed.
So Beimer with the basketball. Dumps it off to her sister, Kaylee Beimer. They'll give it off to Avery Gray, who will knock it home. So first points of the half for Gray. 26-17, 9-point lead for the Bronx. And they've got the basketball. Grease on the elbow. Now will drive to the baseline where she is cut off. And now she's down there, finally coming down to help her out was Kirkbride. And a turnover ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Burns. So Pine Bluffs will get it back, a defensive stop for the Lady Hornets.
Yeah, and Sadie Barrett just a little bit late getting there for that rebound, reached through to poke it away. Good positioning, though, by the Hornets. And, again, their bigs making a bit of a difference in the second half.
Pine Bluffs with the basketball. Kaylee Beimer brings it down. On the far side, on the wing, looking for some help. Is going to get tied up. She's going to get a 5-second call if she does.
Yeah, that's just one where at some point in time you had the outlet pass behind you and
didn't use it.
And she was looking for the foul call. I think that's more what she was getting frustrated at, and just dump the ball off behind you, get yourself a reset.
Sharia Eklund checks in for Burns. She'll replace Sadie Barrett. Grease brings it down for the Lady Bronx, gives it off to Kopetsky. Kopetsky back to Eklund. Eklund off to Saria Eklund. Dumps this one to Sharia Eklund. Her shot is no good. Rebound Pine Bluffs.
No look rebound save.
Yeah. Pine Bluffs down in a hurry. Here's a shot up point blank by Sweeter. Won't go. Fight for the rebound. Last touch by Pine Bluffs.
And back on that other play, it was Avery Gray who was going out of bounds to try and save that ball, kind of threw it back behind her head, but she knew she had some teammates in the paint, and it bounced right to one of them. Good awareness to try and make something happen.
Reese Graves will check back into the ball game. It'll be Grease bringing it up for Burns. There's a runner down the lane, puts it up and in.
Gotta stop Grease. She is too quick. If you don't slow her down at the top of the key, she's just going to keep right on plugging away.
And she did, man. She just right down the lane. Pine Bluffs with the basketball at travel. Avery Gray had the right idea, but was way too committed on the drive to stop in time. So drags the pivot foot, commits the turnover, and gives it back to Burns with 4 minutes to go here in the third.
There's case in point of stopping the ball. And there's what happens again when you don't.
Yeah, and again, they did not cut off the lane to Grease. She drives And picking up the personal foul will be Avery Gray for Pine Bluffs.
Well, someone as quick as her is just going to be so hard to slow down. If you wait till she gets to the three-point line, it's too late.
Too late.
You need somebody in between the rings or near half court to at least make her slow down.
So a trip to the line for two. First shot is good.
Man, that's the benefit of having a D1 athlete on your team. She may be a D1 soccer player, but that's almost better for her. Her footwork's going to be incredible being a soccer player.
Oh, you bet. Good on the first one, and made them both.
And did this gym get quiet for that one?
Yeah. 30-17, Lady Bronx with the lead. Here comes Pine Bluffs on the run. And they had the fast break. Sweeter couldn't hang on to the ball, but coming up with it was Burns. Bryn Bach is going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Pine Bluffs.
And Kelsey Beimer tapped herself on the chest. She knows that was on her more than on Sweeter, because the pass was a little bit late getting in there, allowed Burns' defense to get back in there. She's going to learn from that one for sure.
Burns with the basketball. Into the lane, a shot up, no good by Savannah Kirkbride, a whistle. And Jessica Hoffman will pick up her third for Pine Bluffs.
Halfway through the third quarter, and Burns starting to get that separation that they wanted in the first half.
Kirkbride makes the first. And a timeout on the floor. With 3:33 to go here in the third quarter, 31-17, Burns with the lead. We're back after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
At Fat Boys Tire and Auto, our business is about more than just selling tires and fixing cars. We believe in faith, family, and community. The Fat Boys family has been serving Wyoming and Nebraska for over 50 years, and 3 generations later, our values have never changed. When you need tires or auto repairs, find the Fat Boys, and we'll treat you like family. Fat Boys Tire and Auto in Cheyenne, Laramie, Scotts Bluff, and Wheatland. Get price quotes and schedule service at fatboystires.com.
Burgraff at Pine Bluffs High School. 31-17, Lady Bronx with the lead over the Pine Bluff Lady Hornets. At the line for her second of 2 is Jordan Grease. Drains them both. So after a rough outing in the first half from the charity stripe, Jordan is now a perfect 3 for 3 here in the third quarter. Pine Bluffs with the basketball. Sweeter will drive the lane and will kick it back out.
That was good awareness.
Yeah, she got down in there deep, and now the good pass there. Now that, Jessica Hoffman is going to get credit for the 2, but she was fed a beautiful in pass.
That is my favorite play in basketball, when the post can get a little bit of space between them, about 5 feet from the hoop, then they just kind of disappear towards the hoop as soon as the pass goes in, and you throw it to the back side of the rim, and you get an easy layup.
Yep. Sharia Eklund was thinking about going for the shot, was thinking about going for the pass in any event, left her feet and came back down. So on the travel and the turnover, Pine Bluffs will get it back.
Every time Burns starts to feel like they're creeping away, Pine Bluffs comes back.
Hoffman, some good ball movement from Pine Bluffs as Sweeter will clean it up at the rim. And it is now 32-21. Burns with the basketball. A little shot up by the lefty, Sharia Eklund.
And then again, every time Pine Bluffs feels like they're starting to get back into this one, Burns responds. Really, since that 10-0 run, 12-0 run, it's been pretty even.
There's a three-pointer by Reese Greaves. That is no good. Rebounded out by Burns. Jordan Grease with the ball, right out on top, right at center court. Goes far side to Kopetsky. Kopetsky down into the baseline, shot up, no good by Bryn Bach. And Pine Bluffs will come out with it. 1:48 to go here in the third. Beimer goes far side to her sister, Kaylee Beimer. Near side to Kelsey. Kelsey will drive the wing. She'll line up the 3. That left-hander will drain it.
Pretty shot there.
So Kelsey Beimer knocks it to a 10-point edge. Timeout, Burns. We'll take 1, 2. It's the Lady Broncs by 10, 34-24. We're back in 30. You're listening to high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
All the Taco Tuesday excitement at Taco John's can really start to mix things up. Just look at these delicious simmering Tuesdays. And on this taco, Tuesdays are only $1.19. See you on taco at Tuesday John's. Taco John's.
With 6 crunchy beef tacos plus a pound of potato olays, our 6-pack in a pound is perfect for date night, movie night, 1,000-piece puzzle night, camping, tailgates, or any day that ends in Y. Get $2 off the 6-pack in a pound, only from Taco John's.
R.J. Fox, Caleb Berggraf back at Pine Bluffs High School, and we were just talking, we were looking at the score sheet. If it was not for that first quarter and that 10-0 run that Burns put on after falling down, Pine Bluffs scoring the first basket, and then Burns went off on about a 10, 12-point run, really this game has been fairly even.
No, these two teams are definitely evenly matched right now, and I think it's a great learning experience for Pine Bluffs, and I think Burns getting a good competitive game right now in this game.
So Grace will bring it down for the Lady Broncs. Out the top of the key, goes far side to Kopetsky. Kopetsky tried to dump that one in. Ball's going to be tipped away and a whistle.
And that's the biggest thing for Pine Bluffs right now. They're just getting a little bit late on when they get to those. That's the 3rd team foul on the Hornets, and this one 4 now.
I was going to say, that's even more importantly, that's 4 on Jessica Hoffman.
And she's your junior post inside, so you lose a lot because the next 2 posts you can bring in, next 3 posts, in fact, all your 5'11", 6-foot girls after her, sophomores and freshmen.
Yeah. So here's Grace for 3. She'll nail it on the inbounds play. Stretches that lead now, 37-24, 13-point. Pine Bluffs with the basketball, far side. They go to Kaylee Beimer. Gives it off to Sweeter. Sweeter drives the baseline, puts up the jump shot, won't go. Rebound, scrambled for. Burns will come out with it. On the fast break, down quickly is Kopetsky. Her shot won't go, but a whistle.
Yeah, fouled on the late charge by Inez Lazos, and that was the Hornets trying to set up some full court pressure as well after they saw Burns link it in there, and nobody got back on the leak out there from the charging Eklund the charging Kopetsky, and she gets a trip to the line.
First shot is good.
And give Grace some credit too, because that's tough when you see that full court pressure. It can be tough sometimes to find that person getting down the court.
Man, yeah.
And also a little bit of a shout out to Bryn Bach.
Second shot by Kopetsky will roll around, but it'll find the bottom of the net. 39-24. Lady Broncs of Burns with the lead. Under a minute with 41 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Pine Bluffs, Sweeter with the basketball. Drives to the free throw line and a whistle.
Only the 2nd team foul against Burns.
That's going to be Sadie Barrett. That'll be her first. That'll bring Savannah Kirkbride off the bench for Burns. She'll replace Sadie Barrett. So with 32 seconds to go, Pine Bluffs here. That attempted pass in, and Burns is doubling down on the post. They got Sweeter. Pine Bluffs has got Sweeter down there on the low post. Burns is doubling down.
And they only have the 1 post to worry about. The rest of them are guards, so you can really amp up that pressure on her.
And Sweeter's going to have the basketball stolen away. Kopetsky on the drive will score.
Once again, it's good defense, too. Really strong play down the court by Kayla Beimer, but just better offense again by Burns.
As the loose ball is going to be corralled by Pine Bluffs. Now with 2 seconds, 1 second, shoot. At the buzzer, that one is no good. So after 3, it is Burns 41, Pine Bluffs 24. We're back after this 60-second timeout. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
For over 30 years and still delivering the results you expect is Shine Auto Repair and Service. Hi, this is Larry Prowley again for Cars in downtown Cheyenne, reminding you that John and his staff are there to take care of your vehicle's woes. From oil change and replacing windshield wipers to digging deep into fixing your heating and air conditioning unit or fixing your brakes and shocks, you can depend on Shine Auto Repair and Service for taking care of most minor repairs. And most importantly, John is a TechNet professional, which means he is one of the best nationally when it comes to getting your car or truck back on the road as soon as possible. Check him out online at technetprofessional.com. Don't wait until the last minute. Have your vehicle serviced by one of the best in Cheyenne. Shine Auto Repair and Service at 604 West Lincoln Way. Call for an appointment at 632-0498. That's 307-632-0498. Open Monday through Friday.
R.J. Fox, Caleb Burgraff back as we begin quarter number 4 as Pine Bluff on the inbounds play will turn it over. Jordan Grease will come up with the basketball for the Lady Bronx. There is a shot up for 3, no good. Grease gets the rebound for the Bronx. Now we'll kick it near side to Saria Eklund. Her shot won't go, and Burns missed a couple of golden opportunities there. Pine Bluffs will come up with the basketball.
Yeah, Burns trying to run away and hide in this fourth quarter, and Pine Bluffs saying, no, we're the Hornets. We can find you anywhere.
So Katie Bruns had the ball go right through the hands and right out of bounds. So on the turnover, Burns will get it back. It's Burns basketball on the near side. Drive into the middle, shot up, no good by Josie Barrett. Pine Bluffs will come up with the rebound.
Avery Gray eviscerated that one on the baseline. Blocked that cleanly.
Yeah, Gray on the far side, dumped it inside, shot up by Sweeter, not good, but a whistle. And you're going to get a foul here. Jordan Grease will collect her first.
Strong take by Sweeter.
Yeah. So Grease with 15 on the ball game. That's a quiet 15.
It really has been. Outside of the three, there really hasn't been anything that's been like, man, she's just going crazy in this game. It's been a slow crawl to that, but that's what you love to have from a player. You don't want your star player necessarily to be somebody that takes over everything, because then it starts to affect the chemistry on the team a bit. So Grease really showing that, hey, I'm an athlete, but I get everybody involved, but I can still get my own too.
So Kelsey Beimer checks in for Kaylee Beimer. Second shot from Sweeter is no good. Rebounded is going to be grabbed by Jessica Hoffman. He'll get it off a shot for 3 off the side of the rim. No good by Avery Gray. Rebound Burns. So a one-and-done trip for the Lady Hornets. Give it back to the Lady Bronx. There's a shot for 3. That's going to be off the side of the rim. No good by Barrett. Josie Barrett. Rebound comes back out to Grease. Now we'll come near side to Eklund. Her shot for 3 is good. Saria Eklund with the three-pointer, and it is now a 20-point Lady Bronx edge.
Biggest lead of the game for the Bronx, like I said, trying to get away and run away in this one.
It is 44-24. Pine Bluffs with the basketball. Katie Bruns, top of the key. Now we'll bring it out. Lady Hornets will run the offense. Avery Gray, they got it inside. That shot's going to be up and good by Jessica Hoffman, and a whistle.
Just a mismatch the entire time inside. As good as a game as Grease has had, she's given up a lot of size inside when she has to match up against Jessica Hoffman.
Yeah, you can't put Jordan Grease on Jessica Hoffman and expect her to get the job done. She's going to try hard.
Not 2 feet from the hoop, for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe if you get her at the three-point line, okay. If she's got to put the ball on the ground and dribble, but if she can just turn around and go straight up, then that's just a tough call for Jordan.
Free throw, in and out, won't go, but Pine Bluffs get the rebound. Sweeter with the rebound. She went back up with it, and a whistle and another foul.
Man, the Twin Towers out there on the court for the Hornets right now. And I'm telling you, I'm thinking some of these heights are a little bit off, too. We're getting later in the season where they haven't adjusted the heights on some of them.
Yeah.
Sweeter's listed as 6 foot, and so is Jessica Hoffman. I think Sweeter's might have 2-3 inches on her.
Well, there's that an early season growing spurt. Yeah.
Oh, for sure, especially for girls basketball, freshmen and sophomores. That's when you have your growth spurts. So I think she's put on a few more inches.
Makes them both. So Sweeter gets a deuce. the old-fashioned way, the hard way. It's 44-28. 5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Don't forget boys action coming up after this. As Burns with the basketball, shot by Sadie Barrett, won't go. Got a scrum on the floor for the ball, and it will be a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing towards Pine Bluffs. Or rather, Burns. So Burns with the basketball. Josie Barrett will trigger it in. She'll get it in to Jordan Grease. Grease now will kick it out to Saria Eklund. To Grease, shot for three, won't go. Rebounded out by Pine Bluffs. Bringing it down will be Jessica Hoffman. Hoffman gives it out to Katie Bruns, top of the key. Comes near side to Kaylee Beimer. Beimer dropped it into Hoffman. Now they'll kick it out. Three-pointer by Bruns, won't go. Rebounded by Sweeter and almost out of bounds. Ball's going to be knocked around. It's going to be saved by Pine Bluffs. Beimer will give it off to Hoffman. Hoffman, top of the key. Hands it off to Avery Gray. Gray, far side on the wing. Comes around, top of the key to Bruns. Bruns down to the wing. Takes a two-pointer. Rebounded by Burns. Burns basketball. Jordan Grease. Boy, having the senior leadership right now for Burns is paying the dividends.
That's the biggest difference between these two teams, and that's going to be something to watch going forward. Is if they can come back.
As Jordan Grease drains one from the corner to make it 47-28, 19-point edge for the Lady Bronx.
She's playing with confidence. She held the pose on that one. Kind of looked over to her bench to fire him up a bit too.
Posted that one right up. 4:18 to go. Inside shot up, no good by Hoffman. Rebounded and with the ball, with the score.
How do you go against a triple team and get your rebound?
I don't know, but I think Jessica Hoffman did.
She just did. That was impressive.
A drive but by Josie Barrett. She's going to be tied up and a whistle.
The fact she missed the first one, okay, yeah, you're going against a triple team. That's nothing. The fact none of those triple teamers boxed her out and she got past them all to get the offensive rebound and put it right back up.
Right back up and in, yeah.
That's a player a coach loves.
So you're going to get a bunch of substitutions here from Pine Bluffs. With 3:57 to go, a 17-point lead for the Lady Bronx. Pine Bluffs with the basketball. As a drive and a shot, no good by Reese Graves. And a whistle.
Now Hoffman's playing with no fear on the inside right now. She knows I got 4 fouls, but also we're down big. We need me to play big.
Yep.
And she has been responding these last couple of plays. Really impressed with what she's done out there.
So Hoffman with a pair. Puts the first one off the front of the rim. "17-point Lady Bronx lead. 47-30 with 3:44 to go. Second shot, also no good. That one's going to go out of bounds. So last touch by Pine Bluffs, it'll be Burns basketball. Josie Barrett will check back in for Burns. She'll replace Sadie Barrett. With the basketball is Kopetsky. Gives it off to Grease. Jordan hands it off to Kirkbride. Savannah Kirkbride comes near side to Kopetsky. To Grease. Out on the elbow to Eklund. She'll drive the lane, put up the shot, won't go. Fight for the rebound, and Pine Bluffs comes up with it as you've got one of the Burns Bronx hurt down on the end. And now the steal by Grease. She will drive the lane, and you're going to get the whistle here.
And I feel bad for Sweeter on that one because she was trying to help up Saria Eklund over on the other side, and then she just got caught out of position on the transition and tried to make something happen. And
Jordan Grease drove right by her.
And you're trying to do something nice, and And unfortunately, just the pace of the game ends up affecting you there.
Yep.
But good sportsmanship, I will say this, by Sweeter on Shea. You knock someone down, you pick them up, but maybe not in the middle of the play.
Maybe wait a minute. Yeah. It's like my friends, if I fall down, they'll help me back up after they're done laughing, of course. So Jordan Grease gets the old-fashioned 3.
Continue to stack them up. Is that, 22, 21?
Yeah, she was cooking right along. 18, 21, 22, that's 20. I got her for 24.
Wow. Half of the offense coming from her right now.
50-30 with 2:44 to go. It is Pine Bluffs basketball. There's a drive, a shot by Sweeter, and that one was too strong off the back of the glass.
Bonus.
Sadie Barrett will get her second for Burns.
And for the amount of free throws that we've had today, I'm surprised we haven't had anybody foul out yet.
Well, they're working on it. It's not from lack of effort.
Only one with 4 fouls, though. That's Hoffman. Everybody else, there's a couple with 3 on both sides.
Yeah. First shot no good by Avery Sweeter. She'll get one more.
That is called spreading them out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they've spread it out, no doubt. Second shot also no good, and Jordan Grease will come out with the basketball. As they will run this one down, Sadie Barrett will take the 8-footer, won't go. Rebound, Pine Bluffs. Avery Gray with the basketball. Leaves it off for Graves. Hands it off to Kelsey Beimer. Inside to Hoffman. Her shot won't go. Whistle on the rebound.
It was off the top of the backboard.
Off the top of the backboard. So on the possession, it will come to Burns, as we have hit the 2-minute mark here. 50-30, a 20-point lead.
Final ticks, and it's like Burns going to kind of take the air out of it a little bit, try and slow this down and milk some clock.
And a timeout on the floor. So a timeout, Burns, with 1:52 to go. It is the Lady Bronx by 20, 50-30. We're back after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray. R.J. Fox, Caleb Bergraff back to Pine Bluffs, where it is Burns basketball. The Lady Bronx leading 50-30. And a shot up, no good, rebounded by Pine Bluffs. So Pine Bluffs looking to maybe cut into this lead a little bit. Here is the drive down the floor in a hurry by Reese Graves. And that one is going to be knocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Burns.
Yeah, if you're Pine Bluffs in this one, you're trying to get some momentum in this game, because next week you got a stretch of 3 games on Thursday, Friday, Saturday against Guernsey, Sunrise, Lusk, and Lingle Fort Laramie. 2 of those conference games, and
that could be tough.
It's going to be a tough stretch for them. So getting some momentum at the back half of this one is going to be huge. Nice to have that Guernsey Sunrise game in between too on that Thursday night or Thursday afternoon at 3.
So with the personal, Josie Barrett picks up her 4th. At the line for Pine Bluffs is Jessica Hoffman. First shot, no good.
It's going to even the season series between these two. Again, Burns lost to this Pine Bluffs team's 44-23 the first time they played non-conference in a tournament game.
That one off the side of the rim, and that's no good. So Hoffman misses them both.
This time it's Pine Bluffs that's going to get the 20-point loss on their schedule. So the game on February 10th is going to be the rubber match.
It'd be the rubber match. That'd be a pretty interesting ball game.
It's at Burns. 1:30 start
1:30
for those curious on that one. For now.
For now. That is subject, of course, to change. It is 50-30, 1:16 to go. Burns with the basketball. There's a shot put up by no good by Grease. And rebounded will come out to Hoffman of Pine Bluffs. She's down in a hurry to Graves. Graves will put it up and in.
Nice quick offense there from Pine Bluffs.
So Reese Graves with the semi-fast break bucket.
Kind of got to wonder if somebody wasn't missing from that first game between Burns and Pine Bluffs.
Yeah. As a shot up, no good by Josie Barrett, but she's going to get a pair of free throws.
That was at the end of the Christmas break on December 16th, so the last game of the year on the first half, so some of the kids might have already been headed out for break or something like that.
Yeah.
Because this does not look like a Burns team that would only score 23 points in the game.
No. Josie will make the first one, miss the second one. Pine Bluffs will come up with the rebound.
In fact, that's the lowest amount of points they've put up in any game this season.
Well, it's been some good defense, that's for certain. Pine Bluffs, there is a turnaround jumper, good by Hoffman.
When you can double up what you put in the first time that you put on, that says that you've either made a lot of improvements or you're full rostered.
51-34. Pine Bluffs trailing, and a timeout on the floor with 19.2 seconds to go. So we're back in 30. You're listening to high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Go the distance with style, comfort, safety, and plenty of power. The new 2024 Kia Telluride has it all. I'm A.J. Miller for Kia of Cheyenne. The 2024 Kia Telluride will provide active on-demand all-wheel drive capability with seating up to 8, heated seats, 20-inch wheels, dual panoramic displays, and other comfort and safety options are also available. Come by Kia of Cheyenne, call 775-0123, or go to KiaofCheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
R.J. Fox, Caleb Burgraff back at Pine Bluffs High School, where the Lady Hornets trail by a bunch. 51-34 to the Lady Broncs of Pine Bluffs. It will be Burns basketball. They will trigger this one in. They'll get it off to Saria Eklund. Hands it off to Josie Bartlett. Bartlett going to dribble around top of the key. They'll dump it down into the corner to Kirkbride. Back out to Jordan Grease, who will just set on it, and that's the ball game. So the Lady Broncs come in to Pine Bluffs and put a whooping on the hometown team. Your final score is Burns 51, Pine Bluffs 34. We'll check the final stats. Don't forget, we got boys action coming up next. Caleb Burgraff will have the play-by-play for you. We're back after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
She shoots. She scores. It's nothing but net. For your family dinner tonight at Two Doors Down. Two Doors Down is perfect for the active family with an expanded menu featuring Cheyenne's favorite gourmet burgers. Served with bottomless fries to your favorite platters, pastas, pizzas, salads, a full kids menu, and much, much more. It's Two Doors Down. For a complete menu and specials, go to twodoorsdown.net. Two Doors Down, 118 East 17th Street. Flippin' great burgers since 2000.
Wyoming owned and operated since 1971, Burns Insurance is Wyoming's right choice for your insurance needs. Burns Insurance is a trusted choice, full-service, independent insurance agency offering a full range of commercial, agricultural, and personal insurance products through many national and regional carriers. Let our friendly, experienced agents help you find the right product at the right price for your asset protection. Buy the policy, get the agent at Burns Insurance, your right choice. Find Burns Insurance on Facebook or at burnsia.com.
If you own a home or property, you have at some time experienced a systems failure, always at the worst possible time. If that happens to you, just call Merritt Plumbing and Heating at 638-0749. Randy Merritt has over 35 years experience of plumbing and heating service. Merritt Plumbing and Heating and their entire crew have one mission: to provide homeowners and businesses throughout Southeast Wyoming with reliable, affordable, and honest services. For plumbing and heating, commit this name to memory: Merritt Plumbing and Heating. Online at Merritt Plumbing and Heating.
There are a lot of rates out there, and it can be tough to find the right one. Well, let's make it easy. With FNBO's special offer CD of 5.5% APY for 3 or 7 months, you can earn more, save more, and do more. That's 5.5% annual percentage yield for 3 or 7 months, with a minimum deposit of $500 and an FNBO Premier checking account. Give your savings a great big boost with the Great Big Small Bank. FNBO, member FDIC.
R.J. Fox, Caleb Burgraff back at Pine Bluffs High School, where the Lady Broncs of Burns get the win 51-34 over the Lady Hornets. Let's check the scoring first for the Pine Bluffs Lady Hornets. They were led by Jessica Hoffman, who had 10, pretty much all of it in the second half, as she spent the first half in a lot of foul trouble trying to figure out what the heck.
Oh, absolutely, and really kind of took charge for Pine Bluffs in that second half.
Other scoring: Avery Gray with 7. You had Reese Graves with 2. Kelsey Beimer with 3. Katie Bruns with 2. Ines Lazos with 4. And Avery Sweeter with 4. From the charity stripe, the Lady Hornets of Pine Bluffs go 7 for 17.
Oof.
Wait a minute, it gets uglier. Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at the Burns Broncs.
Do we have to?
Yeah. Well, they were led by Jordan Grease with 21.
Can't say enough about what she did today.
Yeah. Now these are unofficial, by the way. You got Brooklyn Kopetsky with 10, Josie Barrett with 9, Savannah Kirkbride with 5, Sharia Eklund with 3, Saria Eklund with 3. The Lady Broncs, 14 of 22.
Oof. That's better, but a lot of that was saved by the good shooting of Grease towards down the stretch.
Yeah, Grease did not miss a free throw in the second half.
Yeah, and even in the first half, she was about 50% on what she was able to do. So
at best, there was a lot of it. There was some pretty ugly free throw shooting in that first half of action. So that's kind of the way things matched up for both of these teams. They are now into conference play. And, the Lady Broncs, they're the defending state 1A champs, and until they get knocked off.
Well, again, these two teams both played a difficult schedule, and I'm really excited for that February 10th game. That game is going to be really fun because now that you have played the full strength, again, I'm assuming, this is a huge assumption, the first time they played, Pine Bluffs had not played the full strength Burns team.
Right.
You can kind of get punched in the mouth when you have some players that weren't necessarily there that make big impacts on the court like you would expect in a big difference in scores. So now that Pine Bluffs kind of says, okay, now we've got the film, we've got the reaction against what we played, now let's adjust. Now we have about 2-3 weeks before we get them again.
Right.
What's that second round going to look like? And that's always the question for a coach. All these games at the high school level, they mean something, but really the games that mean something more are those games when you get to the middle of February when you're in playoffs.
All right, so the Lady Broncs of Burns go to 7-8. Pine Bluffs Lady Hornets fall to 6-9. All right, we're going to take like a 3-minute break. Caleb and I are going to trade places as we get set for boys action. It is the Broncs, the Burns Broncs, and the Pine Bluffs Hornets. Boys action headed your way in 3 minutes. You are listening to and watching high school basketball on 1480 K-Ray.
Educate, elevate, and celebrate at Cheyenne Regional Heart and Vascular's 15th annual Wake Up to Heart Health event on February 3rd at 9 a.m. This year's event will take place exclusively in person and will feature Cheyenne Regional cardiovascular providers and pharmacists. You'll also learn hands-on only CPR and hear from a heart patient about the importance of listening to your body. Learn how to be more proactive in your heart health and register today at CheyenneRegional.org/
At First Tier Bank, we strive to keep it simple. We offer great rates on a variety of CDs, and we don't make you open other accounts, or be a new customer, or use your debit card 12 times a month, or have a direct deposit to get them. We leave that nonsense to the new big green bank in town, or some colorful credit union. At First Tier, we simply invite you to come on in and call either of our 2 Cheyenne locations and get a great rate on a CD that fits your needs. Simple, the way it should be. First Tier Bank, 1508 Stillwater Avenue, or 18th and Cary in downtown Cheyenne. Member FDIC.
She shoots, she scores. It's nothing but net. For your family dinner tonight at Two Doors Down. Two Doors Down is perfect for the active family with an expanded menu featuring Cheyenne's favorite gourmet burgers served with bottomless fries to your favorite platters, pastas, pizzas, salads, a full kids menu, and much, much more. It's Two Doors Down. For a complete menu and specials, go to twodoorsdown.net. Two Doors Down, 118 East 17th Street. Flippin' great burgers since 2000.
Wyoming owned and operated since 1971, Burns Insurance is Wyoming's right choice for your insurance needs. Burns Insurance is a trusted choice, full-service, independent insurance agency offering a full range of commercial, agricultural, and personal insurance products through many national and regional carriers. Let our friendly, experienced agents help you find the right product at the right price for your asset protection. Buy the policy, get the agent at Burns Insurance, your right choice. Find Burns Insurance on Facebook or at burnsia.com.
The 6-pack in a pound is now $2 off at Taco John's. But what's the right occasion to enjoy 6 crunchy tacos loaded with seasoned beef plus a pound of potato olays? How about date night, movie night, 1,000-piece puzzle night, picnics in the park, picnics in your kitchen, camping, tailgates, anniversaries, bribing friends, bribing pets, bribing yourself, birthdays, holidays, and any day that ends in Y, to name a few. The 6-pack in a pound, now $2 off, only from Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better. Download the app or
Season's greetings from the Gill Window Company. First and most importantly, thank you for past and present patronage. Your business is not forgotten and is truly appreciated. This is the season of peace on earth and goodwill to men, so for Mike and everyone at the Gill Window Company at 1813 Pacific Avenue in Cheyenne, they
go the distance with the new 2023 Kia Sorento Hybrid. I'm AJ Miller for Kia of Cheyenne, and the Go the distance with the new 2023 Kia Sportage Hybrid. I'm AJ Miller for Kia of Cheyenne. The new 2023 Kia Sportage Hybrid comes with a 227 horsepower turbo hybrid powertrain and active all-wheel drive with 4 drive modes. Be ready for cold weather with the available heated windshield, mirrors, and washer nozzle, heated front seats, and steering wheel. Come in to Kia of Cheyenne, call 775-0123 or go to KiaofCheyenne.com and we'll make it easy.
Here alongside of RJ Fox on 1480 K-Ray. Should be a fun contest. Already has been for 6 minutes, 7-4. Pine Bluffs leading, but Burns sticking right there with them with some strong defense as the ball near side to Oshner. Bronx will try and attack, and as they swing it right side, good anticipation by Nathan Pace. Just nearly had himself an easy run down the court for a layup.
If he could have held on to that, he was off to the races.
Tips it out of bounds. Burns does keep possession as the inbounds goes to Mason Terry. Now Medley, top of the free throw line. One dribble, then hooks the pass to the right corner. Duggan Kriz with the 3. Gets Burns onto the board to tie it up at 7. Second time they've tied it. It was tied at 4 as well. Hornets had a response both times. Inside pass, they nearly get a response again. Schmidl gets his own miss, but can't finish the second chance either as Medley comes in to pull down the rebound.
2 shots point blank.
Schmidl backs his way up, and he'll face guard Medley. Spins to his right, plants that right foot for the pivot foot, and travels with it. They say he kind of slid it into the paint, I'm guessing, on the move, and just tried to swing too many times around there before getting the ball out of his hands. 1:27 to go first quarter. Left to right, the Hornets will bring it. Crossing the half-court stripe with 1:21 to go. As Fornstrom, top of the key three-pointer. Unkind roll bounces into Medley's hands as Freeburg couldn't knock it down. They'll go up ahead quickly to the Burns Broncos, and wanting the foul call, Oshner looked to the official, but they say out of bounds, blocked off of him, in fact.
Yeah, and not only did he not get the basket, he got his shot blocked, and then it was bounced off him out of bounds.
That's a little bit of insult to that one there. Lillerwick's getting set to sub in for the Hornets. They're going to hold off till the next horn, though, as he was late getting to the table. So the Hornets bring it up. Drive inside. Swung it to the far side of the lane where Travis Lillerwick, the 6'3" junior, getting his first minutes on the court, is going to be a little bit loose with the basketball as it slips out of his hands on the way up. Stays 7-all for the final 59 seconds. Medley working it up as he's picked up by Justin Lillerwick. And gives to the near side. Duggan Kriz wanted to go inside. Kick ball is going to be called on Nathan Pace, though, and so we'll slow things down for an inbounds play from the far sideline.
Well, it's been an entertaining first quarter, that's for sure.
A lot of action for sure, even if we haven't had a lot of scoring, as a whistle on the inbounds play is going to see a foul called against Justin Lillerwick. That's his first, third team foul against Pine Bluffs. Neither team into the bonus yet. Next foul by Burns would put Pine Bluffs into the bonus. They've got 4 team fouls. Burns with the basketball, though, as Medley rises for 3 off the front of the rim. Long rebound, kicks beyond the three-point time line for Justin Lillerwick. He'll pick it up and now holds it for the rest of his team to catch his way. Hornstrom, near side pass, sent to Colby Lillerwick. You had two of the same name. Yeah. I got 3 of them I'm dealing with here.
There you go.
Far side goes back to the corner. Kate Fornstrom.
That's called karma because I heard you snickering at me.
Jumper from the top of the key. That's bottomed out by Karsten Freeburg. He's got his first points of the night. And it's a 10-7 lead for Pine Bluff. 6 seconds to go. Medley looking for the final shot in this one. Has 3 seconds. Peeks at the clock. Pass near side. They will not get the shot. Oh, no, they got it off in time, but off the side of the rim. No good from Oshner. And we head to the second quarter. 10-7. Burns on the attempt to try and come back. We'll see if they can in the second quarter on 1480 K-Ray.
Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union is now offering a simple way to help make your money work for you. Meridian Trust will now pay 4% interest on their Max Rewards free checking accounts with balances up to $25,000 per month. Get all the details at mymeridiantrust.com or stop by your local Meridian Trust branch with 3 locations in Cheyenne. 4349 East Lincoln Way, 1602 East Prairie Avenue, and downtown at 2223 Warren Avenue. Right now is the perfect time to become a Meridian Trust member. Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, where your deposits are safely insured by the NCUA. Be sure Page Lane at Number One Properties is a tremendous supporter of our local student athletes and extends sincere best wishes during the season to our local and county high schools. Page is extremely proud to be a member of our great community. So when buying or selling your property, the one name people have trusted through the years to take care of your personal needs and desires for your home is Page Lane at Number One Properties, where she hopes to see you at the games cheering on our student athletes. Most importantly, Page is thankful for your referrals too. Talk with Page Lane today at Number One Properties.
The second quarter of play, 10-7. They trail by 3 as Medley will attack the paint early on. Goes up and under, but gets an unkind roll as Pace comes away with the rebound for the Hornets. Hornets, they have been aggressive on the attack right now, trying to get some more buckets to fall, and that's going to help a lot. Justin Lerwick, his first triple from the left wing, makes it 13-7. Hornets 1 point away from doubling up Burns as Oshner brings it right side. Gives it to Medley in between the rings. Before left side, Duggan Kriz will take it on the wing. Floats it back up to Mason Terry. And eventually they settle it to Skylar Farmer. Back outside Medley. Everybody's touched the ball now for Burns on this possession. With 7:09 to go, they get it back to the left side for Terry. Farmer wants the ball at the free throw line. They skip a pass over him to Medley. He's got the size, but they're using him more as a post guard for Burns Bronx than anything else. He'll turn the ball over on the pass inside. Schmidl comes away with it. Pass left side to Fornstrom. Pro hops into the lane, but instead passes it back outside where a 3-ball missed by Karsten Freeberg. Rebound, though, is scooped up by Lerwick as Justin goes back outside. Fornstrom fighting for the loose ball, and it's last touched by Oshner as he tips it up into the crowds to keep it away from Fornstrom. 2 freshmen going at it against each other there.
Yeah, they're going to be seeing each other for 3 more years.
It's going to be a fun battle to see as well if they keep the same growth pace going with each other.
This for so many young kids, both these teams.
Inside drive by Freeberg is missed. Schmidl tries to tip the rebound out. Oshner able to scoop this one up, and he'll get out onto the run as he passes it to the right wing. Pump fake there, and rising is Sean Martin. Can't get his shot to go. He's subbed back onto the court during the last break. Jumper on the offensive rebound from Terry's missed from the right elbow, and Pine Bluffs this time secures the rebound. Still haven't allowed Burns to get onto the scoreboard in the second quarter after 2 minutes. 3-ball again from Lerwick. This one nearly got the shooter's touch off the back of the rim, but instead bounces into the hands of Medley, who jogs it up the court. He still hasn't taken a seat for the first 10 minutes of this game.
No, he is one of the few players that he's run the distance.
And I don't expect him to take many seats. I think Schmidl's the only one who's joined him in that category. Inside, Oshner blocked as he drives and spins in the lane and shows his displeasure with that call as he thought he got bodied up a little bit inside by Cade Fornstrom. Jump ball turnover goes to Pine Bluffs with 5:45 to go.
Up and down game. Offense is at a premium.
We knew this was going to be a quick tempo, though, coming into it. Although for the pace, the numbers on the scoreboard show just how good the defenses have played with that type of a tempo. Handoff on the left side, sees Wyatt Carter take this one all the way around into the lane. Blocking foul called as he's going to step to the line for 2. Nearly able to get that one to fall through after the foul on Skylar Farmer. First foul on Farmer, first foul on either team in this second quarter. And I'll tell you, that's something else that's impressive about this is we haven't seen a lot of fouls. Usually the faster the pace, the more fouls you start seeing stack up.
Yeah, the faster it is, the mistakes are just easier to make.
Wyatt Carter with the first free throw make. 2 of 4 from the line now are the Hornets. Keep it 2 of 5 as he misses the second. Rebound onto the floor in a scrum, and Medley able to get it out of his hands without traveling. They'll get it up ahead, trying to weave into the lane. Goes Martin, retreats it back out to Medley. Right side corner, backs his way in against Schmidl, goes up and gets it to go. Schmidl trying to take the charge, gets the block whistled instead, and one play the old-fashioned way coming up for Mason Medley, who's got 6 of the 9 points now for the Burns Broncs.
And he got Schmidl into a bad spot. He didn't let him get set defensively, just leaned into him, created some space.
Schmidl will stay on the court as that's just his first foul. And Medley's first free throw, or only free throw I should say, is good, as that's the first free throw of the game for the Burns Broncs as well. 14-10, down to a 4-point lead after it had been 7 for Pine Bluffs, and now a double dribble call top of the key. Colby Lerwick, the freshman, lost track of how many times he'd put it down, and that's something you expect from a freshman every once in a while.
Yep. Timeout on the floor.
We'll take a timeout with them. 14-10 with 5:06 to go, second quarter. You're listening to 1480 K-Ray.
Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year are the sincere wishes from Ray and Cindy Mefford and the entire crew at Chick-fil-A. Most importantly, they say thank you for your continued patronage. Chick-fil-A open Monday through Saturday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come on in. Use the convenient drive-thru or use the Chick-fil-A app. For parties and special gatherings, let Chick-fil-A cater your next special event by going to CheyenneChicken.com. Season's greetings from Chick-fil-A at Windmill and Del Range in Cheyenne.
The players return to the field. Up to bat are the Warriors. First up, number 7. There's the pitch. It's a hit. Good for a single.
Welcome back out
Next,
once again to the home of the Pine Bluffs Hornets. Caleb Berggraf here alongside of R.J. Fox. Larry Peroetti back in the studio, making us sound as pretty as he can. I don't know if we make his job very easy at times, but he's the boss. He does what he can with what he has to work with, right?
That's the best he can do, man.
5:06. There you go here in the second quarter of play, 14-10. Here in the rivalry game between Burns and Pine Bluffs. The Broncs with the basketball have Medley bring it up the right near side of the court. Gets double teamed at the half court line, finds the open man. Gets it back as he gets it in between the rings. Wants to attack Schmidl, who's outside of the paint guarding him. Keeps him working. Schmidl retreats a few steps and forces the miss. Good defense actually played by Sean. Couldn't get the rebound, though, as it's tipped out of bounds.
Oh, man, okay.
And that's going to be last touch, they'll say, by Shaw Martin. And inbounds play goes.
I'm just sitting here because I don't know, not the way I saw it, but it's like, okay.
Lerwick inbounds the basketball to Solis, who takes over the point, goes inside, and a nice cut to the lane by Freeberg, but he can't finish. Rebound by Medley, outlets it into the lane. And Duggan Kriz is going to step to the line for free throws as he was able to beat everybody down the court and gets fouled as he tried to line up the layup. Good court vision by Medley on that one. That's the quarterbacking skills helping out.
Yeah. You know, the last time I saw this kid, he was running for his life as they played the Torrington Trailblazers, who eventually won the 3A state championship. And, I was like, holy cow.
Free throw number 2 is good as he missed the first. Kriz with 4 points. All of the points for Burns right now coming from 2 players. They need a few more to step in and contribute on their offensive side. And they're still only down by 3, 14-11, as Pine Bluffs has seen their offense dry up a bit. Schmidl on the right side. He'll bank one over the top of the rim. Freeberg, though, gets the offensive board, and he puts in his second basket of the game. He's got a 5-point night going. 16-11 halfway through the second. Medley brings it across the timeline, crosses over the honeycomb at the center court circle. Gives it to the right edge into the lane and getting fouled as he draws every white jersey in the building to him.
He did. That was a traffic wreck.
That was Mason Terry getting to step to the free throw line. When you see a guard like that drive into the lane and you have size, every big kid knows that that's their opportunity to maybe get a block, and there were too many of them that arrived there at the same time. And first free throw is no good as Terry sees the Pine Bluffs lead stay at 5. 2 of 4 at the line now for Burns. One more coming. That's the 10th free throw of the game. 4 of 9 between the two teams at the line. 4 of 10. That one also no good.
I'll tell you what, the free throw shooting that we've seen today has been at times suspect.
Pace with the ball on the near side, dribbles free throw line. Everybody backs off as he picks up his dribble, but he can't knock home the jumper. And on the other side, it's Lerwick rising up as he gets the offensive board, and Justin will have a chance to try and rebuild RJ's faith in free throws.
There you go. Well, I mean, even jumper from the free throw line was off the side of the rim.
Foul goes on Martin. Shaw picks up his second. That's the second team foul on Burns as the and one free throw is good. Lerwick 1 for 1 on the night. And it'll be Medley to bring it up for the Bronx as they trail it by 8, 19-11. Largest lead of the game for Pine Bluffs. Drive right side, and they say a travel, picking up his pivot foot too early. Shaw Martin gives it back over to the Hornets.
Boy, you know, just when Burns tries to get something rolling, they have been their own worst enemy.
Yeah, a bit of a run here, 5-0 coming from the Hornets, and a chance for them to get some separation. These 3.5 minutes that are coming up here are probably the most important of the game, at any game at the high school level, closing out that first half with momentum to take into the second. Wyatt Carter with the ball for the Hornets. Gives the ball to Pace. Now Lerwick takes it free throw line extended. He'll rise to the left elbow, puts up a jumper. That one bottomed out. See, Justin's just trying to get you to think that that's a good spot to take shots from.
Yeah.
Another good jumper from the free throw line, and huge contact as,
oh man,
everybody hit the deck on that one, and it looked like just coming in hot. Jesus Solis ended up picking up the foul. That's his second. Fourth team foul and no free throws, but Jesus is going to have to head over to the bench to take a seat.
Yeah. That was pretty heavy.
That was scary. Good to see that Mason Terry popped up from that one as he took the brunt of that. Inbounds play. Going to be sent to Kriz. Tries to penetrate, but instead has to give it back out to Medley. Baseline swing. Goes to the left baseline, and it's going to be stolen away by the Hornets. Lerwick getting out onto the run. Was in a pack of Bronx, but has to pull the ball back out and lets everybody run by him. Now Justin gets the ball back again. Pump fakes in the lane, gets Medley in the air, but airballs the second chance shot as Burns the last to touch the rebound. Hornets get another chance as Lerwick will do the inbounding.
Yeah, both teams had rough shooting.
Justin Lerwick leading the way for Pine Bluffs as they lead at 21-11 with 8 points, a 10-point advantage for the home team. Left side. It'll be a jumper up and good. Lerwick is definitely hitting. He's got his second triple of the game, and Pine Bluffs more than doubling up Burns. 24-11. The defending state champs showing why they're the defending state champs, just like we saw in the girls' game.
Yeah.
Foul on the other side. Burns tries to attack. They attack Lerwick, get him his second foul. And to the free throw line will go Parker Oshner. Trying to become the third Burns Bronc to crack the scoreboard. They've only had 2 still hit the scorebooks. And he gets it, and that was pretty. Nothing but nylon. Splash that one through, and he'll have one more coming up. 24-12. Burns with a lot of work, though, to come back in this one. A second free throw, no good to the far side. Rebound loose onto the ground, and out of play it goes. Last touch, they'll say, by Carter, as Wyatt was the one that had a finger on it.
All right, Burns with a chance to cut into that 12-point lead.
Medley will do the inbounding. Junior looks deep. Has Farmer, tries to slip it to him inside of the paint. Farmer dives onto the loose ball that was passed a little bit too far from him, and eventually is able to escape it from Trackvick to Kriz. Drives against pace, pulls up as Carter forces him into a high rainbow shot, and Kriz gets another basket. He's got 6. 24-14, back to a 10-point game. Drive baseline. Kick out to Freeburg for Pine Bluffs. He's going to be fouled on the three-point shot, as he'll have 3 free throws coming up. Karsten sees Burns commit the massive sin in terms of what a coach is looking at.
Yeah.
Cannot foul the three-point shot. You got to run past them. You got to run them off the line, but you can't run into them. You got to run past them on that, and that's a tough one to take. His first free throw is good for Freeburg. He's got 6 points. Second leading scorer on the Pine Bluffs roster right now. Justin Lerwick with 11 leads the way. Second one also good. I think they heard us. They must have taken offense at us talking about the free throw issues.
Talking about the free throw shooting, yeah.
They have started to clean house at the line. Freeburg with one more, trying to make it a 13-point lead if he can notch this through. And that's good. Now 8 points for Freeburg. The sophomore builds it to a 27-14 advantage with 1 minute and 40 seconds to go. Ball goes up top to Medley for Burns as they try to attack the left side of the lane. Medley up and under, but he traveled first. That's exactly what he did. He looks back to head coach, the coach on the bench, who nods his head and said, don't even worry about that one. The official was on point. Left side, ball nearly stolen by Burns. Carter whips one outside to Fornstrom, who tries to do a quick pass back to the baseline where he had an open Sean Schmidl, but can't hook up with them, and the ball turned back over to the Burns Bronx, and Medley's going to be fouled on his way up the court as Schmidl was a bit too tight, and that's free throws.
Yeah, and the backcourt foul, unnecessary. I mean, you want to slow him down. That's what the purpose is.
You don't have to try and body him up at all on that side of things. So free throws coming up for Medley at the line. He's 1 of 2 from the stripe. And settles that one through. 7 of 10 now for the for the Pine Bluff Hornets. 27, I got the wrong person at the line there. We're going to fix this a little bit here. Get my rosters all confused. Medley now missed 2 of 3 at the line.
Yep, made one, missed one.
Burns not quite as good as I was thinking from the free throw line. Inside, Fornberg can't get that shot to go. Medley gets one hand on the rebound, but Carter gets 2 as Pine Bluff swings it left side. 3 ball off the side of the rim. Colby Lerwood couldn't drop that one through as Medley gets the rebound. Outlet pass to the near side, finds Terry, dribbles right elbow, swings it to the right corner where a short jumper from Tyson Rucker is missed out of bounds to the Pine Bluffs Hornets. To correct the number from the free throw line, 4 of 9 now from the line for Burns High School.
Okay, that's reasonable.
That works a little bit better.
Yeah.
6 of 9, by the way, for Pine Bluffs. 27-15 the score. Pine Bluffs leading the way as the ball will be outside the three-point line and driven to the left elbow. Carter fires one to Freeburg, and he's going to trach that one inside for another deuce. Freeburg with 10. 29-15, a 14-point lead for Pine Bluffs in the final 23 seconds as Burns trying to get a little bit of momentum going into that locker room. Medley with the ball at the elbow. Big step, finds some space as he cleared it around, and he gets another basket.
Got the shooter's touch, man. Nice roll.
10 points for Medley, final 10 seconds. As it is going to be Fornstrom to bring it forward. Pros into the lane and gives the ball off on the baseline to a fadeaway from Travis Lerwick. He can't hit it. The rebound, though, for Pine Bluffs leads to a three-pointer at the horn, and Freeburg drills his second triple of the game from 24 feet.
Wow, that was NBA 3.
32-17, thanks to the, I'm not even saying miraculous, it was a good shot there at the end of the quarter, and the Hornets all over the Bronx as we head to halftime. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back with the first half stats of this one and a recap of the action we've seen so far today in Pine Bluffs. You're listening to 1480 K-Ray.
Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union is now offering a simple way to help make your money work for you. Meridian Trust will now pay 4% interest on their Max Rewards free checking accounts with balances up to $25,000 per month. Get all the details at mymeridiantrust.com or stop by your local Meridian Trust branch with 3 locations in Cheyenne. 4349 East Lincoln Way, 1602 East Prairie Avenue, and downtown at 2223 Warren Avenue. Right now is the perfect time to become a Meridian Trust member. Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, where your deposits are safely insured by the NCUA. Be sure Page Lane at Number One Properties is a tremendous supporter of our local student athletes and extends sincere best wishes during the season to our local and county high schools. Page is extremely proud to be a member of our great community. So when buying or selling your property, the one name people have trusted through the years to take care of your personal needs and desires for your home is Page Lane at Number One Properties, where she hopes to see you at the games cheering on our student athletes. Most importantly, Paige is thankful for your referrals too. Talk with Paige Lane today at Number One Properties. For over 30 years and still delivering the results you expect is Shine Auto Repair and Service. Hi, this is Larry Prowley again for Cars in downtown Cheyenne, reminding you that John and his staff are there to take care of your vehicle's woes. From oil change and replacing windshield wipers to digging deep into fixing your heating and air conditioning unit or fixing your brakes and shocks, you can depend on Shine Auto Repair and Service for taking care of most minor repairs. And most importantly, John is a TechNet professional, which means he is one of the best nationally when it comes to getting your car or truck back on the road as soon as possible. Check him out online at technetprofessional.com. Don't wait until the last minute. Have your vehicle serviced by one of the best in Cheyenne. Shine Auto Repair and Service at 604 West Lincoln Way. Call for an appointment at 632-0498. That's 307-632-0498. Open Monday through Friday.
Well, there have been a couple of sweet children here at the home of the Pine Bluffs Hornets. If you're a fan of the Pine Bluffs Hornets on the guys' side, 2 in double figures as Pine Bluffs leads the Burns Bronx 32-17. How about a 22-point quarter in the second for the Pine Bluff Hornets, RJ?
Yeah, that was, that first quarter, you kind of got the feeling that both squads were kind of feeling each other out, trying to get a feel for what they wanted to do. And then the second quarter, Pine Bluffs there wasn't any kind of big run. They just kind of walked away from it.
Yeah, it was really just some big shots, making shots at the free throw line. They hit 3 triples in that quarter, along with the 3 free throws coming from one of those triples. So you've really just taken advantage of hitting your shots, and that's been the struggle for Burns right now, is they have not been able to knock down shots consistently on the guys' side of things.
Yeah, they need a scorer. That's what Burns needs. It looks like an outside threat of some kind. I mean, you got your tallest, you got your biggest kid, which was Mason Medley, and what is he, 6, what?
See, they don't have him listed at a height, but he's got to be 6'2", 6'3" out there on the court.
At least, so, he's easily the biggest kid on the floor for Burns. And you got him bringing down the ball, which, I got no problem with that. But there's no post game.
No.
It's all outside, and, for the Burns Bronx to get going, I think you're going to have to find a post game and some scoring.
I absolutely agree with you. It's a tough fight right now for the Burns Broncos, but it's going to kill me all game long. I'm going to struggle with that one.
I'm going to charge you a nickel every time you do that.
Reach over and smack me at least.
I'm going to come out of here with 20 extra bucks. I can tell you that right now.
Let's take a look at the numbers on this one before I get myself in any more trouble. Pine Bluffs, their leading scorer, Karsten Freeberg. He's the sophomore, as he's got 13 points. He hit those 3 free throws after getting fouled on a 3-point shot. He's also got a pair of 3s and a pair of 2s. Justin Lorwick's got 11 points. He's also got 2 3-point shots. Sean Schmidl with 5 points. Nathan Pace with 2. And Wyatt Carter with a single point. 6 of 9 from the free throw line for the Pine Bluff boys. On the other side for the Burns Bronx, Mason Medley with 10 points. He's been working inside quite a bit, and really, he's got a nice post game, but he's the best ball handler on the team as well, and they really like to have him out up top. Duggan Kriz with 6-1 for Parker Oshner, and that's it.
Yeah, the Burns Bronx, there's some talent, and they're young, but you're going to have to find some different formulas. Either somebody else to bring the ball down. You're going to have to develop some kind of a ball handler other than Mason Medley. You're going to have to develop some kind of maybe inside-outside game. But the season's young, so still, so they got time to work on that stuff, but not a lot.
Well, and I think something that this game is really almost the complete opposite in terms of what the women's game or girls' game was prior to this one, in terms of just the veteran experience on one side and a team that's still kind of feeling things out, learning things on the other side.
Still trying to figure it out.
And that's the fun part, and the part that's kind of tough for a game like this is next year this rivalry could be a very different looking one on both the girls and boys sides because of the development from these young teams. You can see the talent.
Yeah, you see the talent, but I mean, it could look. You're right. It could look completely different. It could do a 180.
Gotta love small school basketball, don't you?
Yeah.
We'll take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we will get you ready for the third quarter of play as a 15-point lead at the break for the Pine Bluff Hornets over the Burns Bronx. We return on 1480 K.
Go the distance with the new 2023 Kia Sportage Hybrid. I'm AJ Miller for Kia of Cheyenne. The new 2023 Kia Sportage Hybrid comes with a 227 horsepower turbo hybrid powertrain and active all-wheel drive with 4 drive modes. Be ready for cold weather with the available heated windshield, mirrors, and washer nozzle. Heated front seats and steering wheel. Come in to Kia of Cheyenne, call 775-0123 or go to KiaofCheyenne.com and we'll make it easy.
The players return to the field. Up to bat are the Warriors. First up, number 7. There's the pitch. It's a hit, good for a single. Next, number 18. He swings, line drive to center field. 15 steps up, another hit. Bases loaded now as number 40 approaches the plate. It's headed for the fence. Grand slam, the Warriors win the game. Make it home safe. Buckle up, every passenger, every trip, every time.
All the Taco Tuesday excitement at Taco John's can really start to mix things up. Just look at these delicious simmering Tuesdays. And on this taco, Tuesdays are only $1.19. See you on taco at Tuesday John's. Oh, whoops, Taco John's.
Welcome back out to the home of Pine Bluffs Hornets. We're having a good time out here. It's been some fun games. The scores have been a little bit lopsided by the end of games, and at the half right now, this one at 32-17. But it's been fun games. I mean, there's been excitement for both sides.
No, you know what? We talked about this on the way out when we were in the vehicle. You know, how much, because we both grew up small town basketball. Yep. And, you know, when you get down to the 2A and the 1A, one kid can literally make a difference on a team.
Jordan Grease
Jordan Grease for the girls.
You see what Medley's doing for the Burns boys.
Yeah.
You look at Freeburg, you look at Lerwick.
And it's one kid.
Yep.
One kid can literally turn your whole season around. And that's what's fun. I mean, it's like throwing craps. I mean, you may hit 7, you know, you might not.
Well, and you talk about it, these small schools show up. You talk about per kid. There might be, not even the per kid, there might have been more people in this gym here tonight, or at least as many in this gym tonight as there were at the Central and South game that we covered earlier this week. So, I mean,
much smaller gymnasium.
Smaller gymnasium. So just the environment is so good. And that's not saying that the people don't show up for the big school games, but per kid, there's more people here per kid and in the school, and it's just great to see these small towns show up, especially when it's a cross-town rivalry or cross-county rivalry like this.
All right, NFL playoffs. You got the Baltimore Ravens right now at the start of the fourth quarter, out in front of the Houston Texans, 24-10.
Later tonight, San Francisco and Green Bay. I saw a couple of Green Bay shirts on the far side. There's a Niners shirt sitting below us. So,
yeah. I know. There's a guy down the way down there who is also a Buffalo Bills fan. They'll be playing tomorrow.
Speaking of playing, they get back to the action. Medley with a nice move inside. Gets the opening basket of the game. 15 seconds in. It's 32-19. He's got 12. He's impressing me right now, especially for a junior, the way he leads this team.
Yeah.
Inside the lane. Trying to drive inside. Fornstrom has to retreat it back outside to Pace. He'll go right at Medley with the block. Reached out a big left paw and knocked that one out of the air, but he turns it over trying to push the pace. Schmidl on the other side lays one over the rim, and the rebound tipped around a few times before it eventually escapes into the hands of Justin Lerwick, who's going to get fouled. That goes on Skylar Farmer.
Yeah, it's tough for Medley. I mean, he's basically your main ball handler, but he's also the anchor right in the middle of your defense.
Skylar picks up his first foul as the ball goes to Lerwick. Now moved from Schmidl up top to Fornstrom. Drives to the left of the lane, backside pass to Schmidl. Nice feed.
Yeah. Medley went to go give defensive help, and when he did, the ball got passed to his guy.
That's why Fornstrom's out there on the court as a freshman. He's got good court vision. Why he's playing point guard for this team as a freshman. Starting point guard. 34-19, 7:03 to go as Burns, after a ball tipped out of bounds, gets this inbounds play into Oshner, and he walks it across the center of the court. Picked up by Lerwick. Dribbles it to the top of the key, finds Medley now. Medley contemplated the three, didn't take it, instead spins his way into the lane, sends that one off the side of the rim. Rebound trickles his way back to him as he feeds it to Oshner. He'll drive inside, rises up over Schmidl and gets it to dance into the rim. Oshner with his first field goal, and that's what you need if you're Burns right now. Some other players to start getting some field goals.
You bet. Oshner, good drive by him too.
Fornstrom into the lane. They'll go backside. That was nearly identical to the exact play they did the last time down the court. They cut it through the lane. Everybody cut on Fornstrom.
Yeah, and Medley comes off his guy, and then which is Schmidl, and then Schmidl ends up with the ball.
Bodies flying everywhere on the far side is trying to force the turnover. The Pine Bluffs Hornets will. It was all started by Karsten Freeberg. And that's the other thing about this Pine Bluffs team. You would think, okay, yeah, they got a lot of they got more seniors, they got more juniors, but it's the sophomores and freshmen who are kind of some of those key role players for them too. Fornstrom, one of those, fades away on a shot at the free throw line and just has it roll off of the rim as Medley gets there for the rebound. Up ahead to Chris, who's picked up by Pace as he crosses the half-court stripe. He'll attack into the lane. Backdoor pass to Farmer is erased by Lerwick underneath the hoop. 36-21, 5:41 to go as Lerwick picks up the block. Drive from the right side of the lane, and Freeberg takes advantage of some room. He's got 15 in the game. 38-21, the lead up to 17. Biggest of the game now for Pine Bluffs is another block by Lerwick inside. Oshner looking for the foul. Lerwick got all ball, though, in the eyes of the officials. He takes it all the way down the lane, lays it up just too strong off of the glass. Rebound out of bounds, was going to go out of bounds. Schmidt saved it, though, but it goes to the Bronx. Pass left side. Terry gets onto the run as he avoids the steal. Gets pushed out of the lane by Pace. They'll move it to Oshner. His three ball off the side of the backboard. Bounces to Lerwick for the rebound. Pass up ahead to the near side for Freeberg. He'll try and answer with a three of his own. That was a silky smooth on the assist by Cade Fornstrom, and a timeout taken by Burns. They're down 20 as it's 41-21 with 4:45 to go in the third. We're going to be back after 30 seconds on 1480 K-Ray.
At Fat Boys Tire and Auto, our business is about more than just selling tires and fixing cars. We believe in faith, family, and community. The Fat Boys family has been serving Wyoming and Nebraska for over 50 years, and 3 generations later, our values have never changed. When you need tires or auto repairs, find the Fat Boys, and we'll treat you like family. Fat Boys Tire and Auto in Cheyenne, Laramie, Scottsbluff, and Wheatland. Get price quotes and schedule service at fatboystires.com.
Right now, we're going to get a chance to talk.
Having a happy home right now, 41-21. Trying to split today's doubleheader. Girls ended up losing their contest earlier this afternoon, and boys trying to get some vengeance for them as the defending state champs on both teams, trying to say, hey, we're still the defending state champs.
Yeah, I mean, they're the defending state champs until the state tournament may crown somebody else.
If they crown somebody else. And the way these two teams are playing, they're definitely, there's no question that they're going to be in that conversation come the end of March.
You bet.
Or I guess early March, rather, for the high school side of things.
Yeah, got a little dampness on the floor down here.
4:45.
There
you go. 4:45 to go, 41-21. Inbounds play goes to Medley. So he'll break the full court pressure by the Hornets and feed one up at the Farmer, but throws it away. Freeburg kind of roving like a free safety, ends up popping that one up and then steals his own tip. To the right side, Thornstrom back to Freeburg. He's feeling it, and just as that one rattle out, tried for another three and couldn't get his fourth of the game, excuse me. Medley picks up his dribble in the backcourt, helped out by Chris, who comes up to relieve pressure. Feeds it to Terry. He'll skip a pass to the right side, trying to drive the baseline, and stepping on the end line while he did it is Shaw Martin.
Yeah, he's talking to the official. He's like, hey, I was pushed.
He still touched it.
Yeah.
And these officials have been letting him play. Only one foul through nearly 4 minutes in this third quarter. It's been a physical game, and at some point in time as a player, you need to learn to adjust to what the officials are calling. They've been calling a pretty good game here this evening. Left side, Carter passes up on a three, finds Schmidl. Free throw line jumper, in and out, no good. Good look, though, as Medley pulls the rebound down over the top of Freeburg. Caught in the backcourt.
Medley drawing a crowd, man.
They'll throw the ball away as Freeburg comes and scoops this one up and lays one in. Karsten up to 20 points. Nearly half of the offense for Pine Bluffs coming from him. They'll push the pace due to the Burns Bronx. Top of the key, hesitation and spinning into the lane. Martin gets his way to the low block. Has to pick up his dribble as he's swarmed by Carter. 5-second call is going to be whistled. No, they call three in the key. Either one was going to be a possibility there.
Yeah, it's something we're going to have. Not a lot of movement there by Burns. I mean, you had the kid tied up, and nobody coming to him for help. Nobody coming.
No, you hit it on the dot right there. Hornets will bring this one up. Right to left, they work on your radio dials and video screens as they take it outside the three-point line. Handoff goes to Carter, and he's all the way to the hoop. That's too easy. Wyatt Carter's first field goal of the game makes it a 24-point lead, 45-21. Chris will bring it forward as he glides up to the right side wing. Passes middle of the court to Martin, spins at the free throw line before firing it back out to Chris. Baseline drive, gets up and under. Defense forces a pass to Farmer. Instead, Medley for his first three-pointer of the game can't hit it. Schmidl there for the defensive board. Nice behind-the-back dribble to clear himself out of a crowd. Gets it up ahead, and a three-ball missed by Justin Lerwick. Rims out, back over to Carter. He can't hit. Freeburg can't hit. A third offensive chance for the Pine Bluff Hornets, and it's back over to the Bronx. Medley gets another rebound, and he picks up his dribble again in the backcourt, nearly turns it over, but it's saved by Martin. Shaw goes through the right side, and out of bounds it goes, opening a door on the end line, as that had some mustard on it.
I'll tell you what, every time Medley gets the ball deep, Pine Bluffs is rushing immediately on a double team, and they're trapping him, and he's not getting a lot of help.
No, he's not getting a lot of help, and he's also picking up his dribble too early. He needs to keep that dribble alive, even when the double team forms. Retreat a little bit so you don't get yourself locked into that position.
Yeah, Medley going to get his first break of the ball game.
I think that's probably what the coaches are talking to him. Christian Genho, a freshman, gets into the game. He is a tall, lanky character. As a turnover from Pine Bluffs, will give it back over to Burns with 2:18 to go.
He's got to be 6'5", 6'6".
He's got to be. Well, you look over there on the court, Travis Lerwick, 6'3", next to him, has definitely given up a few inches on the inside, and he's only a freshman. That kid's going to get to be a 6'8", 6'9" type character out there on the court by the time he gets to be a senior. It'll be Oshner up top, takes the point as Medley again sitting onto the bench, leading scorer for Burns. The ball retreats outside to Chris. Spin move in the lane. He'll move it up top to Oshner. Drives himself into the lane, hooks up a layup. That's over the top of the rim. Oshner with the offensive rebound. Goes back to the opposite side on the skip pass that's missed on the three by Chris. Follows a shot for his own rebound. That's also no good. Too hard off of the front iron on the glance off of the glass, and the rebound picked up this time by Solis. He'll slow the pace down for the Pine Bluffs Hornets. And while he does that, he gives the Bronx time to read the play. Stolen away on the play by Terry, but his fadeaway from the free throw line no good. Rebounded again, though, by the Bronx. Oshner's three from the left wing is no good. Pine Bluffs this time comes away with the ball, and Lerwick will slow things down. No, he won't. I thought he was going to. He fooled me and Burns.
Yeah, he did.
Fouled at the trip to the line.
He hesitated.
It was a good hesitation. It was more than a beat. It was a beat and a half. Everybody was expecting him to kind of, and he wasn't even looking where he was going to drive. He just kind of settled down and
then took off.
Free throw number 1 as the foul was whistled against, let's see, make sure I get my teams right, Christian Genho. Genho or Genho? I'm going to go with Genho, but
yeah,
I'll stay on the court. Medley does return.
So Burns with a pretty tall lineup in there right now.
Genho showing that length, gets the rebound. He'll push the pace up the middle of the court as he moves it forward to Oshner. Excuse me, that actually not Oshner. That's another new one. Bryce Hansen, another freshman for Burns. Burns Bronx trying to get themselves some experience on the court with some younger players. Foul inside as Oshner's going to get whistled, and that's on the baseline. So Oshner won't get free throws out of it, but will get a chance to set up the inbounds play as Medley will take the inbounding duties. Stands on the S and Hornets on the baseline as he looks to find somebody inside. Looks for Genko and gets it to him. For Genho, excuse me, and gets it to him. Now Medley again clears himself out of the corner with 50 seconds to go. 24-point game. Both teams have been scoreless for the last minute and a half. Medley backs his way in. Sees Oshner open in the corner. He'll continue the ball back along to the top of the key. Nice backdoor pass inside. How about a feed from Bryce Hansen to get Genho onto the board with his first basket.
That was nice. That wasn't a good-looking play.
45-23, final 30 seconds. Solis gives it outside to Carter. Sees a look for 3. That's good. That's a tough answer back if you're Burns. 48-23, right when you get a pretty play. The Pine Bluff Hornets answer back with a drilled 3 from the right wing. Medley takes it in with 10 seconds to go. From the right block, right side corner, pump fake, waits for the defense to fly by. 3-ball missed, though, by Hansen. Rebound still loose on the far side, diving for it, rolling over as he was about to get called for the travel, but the Horns saved it as Travis Lerwick was diving and nearly coming up with an extra possession. Whatever the case may be, it's a 25-point lead for Pine Bluffs, 48-23, back after 60 seconds on 1480 K-Ray.
MHP is a certified public accounting and consulting firm located in both Cheyenne and Fort Collins, offering accounting, tax, and consulting services to businesses, not-for-profit, government, and individual clients. MHP takes pride in their commitment to providing close, personal attention to their clients. They also continue to invest time and resources in continuing education, state-of-the-art computer technology, and valuing their relationships with you. MHP is proud supporter of local and UW athletics. MHP, 314 West 18th Street, or call 634-21.
Today is April 23rd, 2021. Tracy Locke for Pepsi at ID PETW 1114000. Spot title, Better with Pepsi Sounds Delicious. Nachos, 30-second stereo full radio mix.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from
Right now we're going to get a chance to talk with
Point
Cheyenne
lead
Central
for
Lady Indians.
Pine Bluffs over the Burns Bronx. Defending state champions looking just as strong as you anticipated they would be and getting stronger as the game goes on, really. 6 points is all the Burns was able to manage in that third quarter, RJ.
It was. That was a tough quarter offensively for the Bronx.
Lerwick for 3 as the opening shot salvo of the fourth quarter misses for the Hornets. Another 3 from Solis is no good after the rebound was picked in by Schmidl. Medley gets this rebound, gets out onto the run, and slips the ball back outside. Not able to knock down the triple is Bryce Hansen, and there for the rebound is Cade Fornstrom. Pass up ahead finds Lerwick. That's Justin Lerwick. He'll get the ball back in the left corner after he gave it to Fornstrom. Fornstrom gets it back again and finds Schmidl. Good ball movement coming from Pine Bluffs as Lerwick goes right side. Freeberg to the baseline. Nice little quick attack. Got the ball and just moved to the hoop for his 22nd point of the game.
You know, this thing kind of turned around into Pine Bluff's favor. You notice Pine, although it kind of backed up, but a lot of that third quarter, they were pressing Burns for the whole court.
And that's just trying to, again, set things up. And once you're in that rhythm, get the other team out of theirs. Genho goes up on the left side, can't hit as Schmidl gets the rebound.
Yeah, good look.
Schmidl gets another jumper from the elbow. That one crawls over the rim and then had too much momentum crawling over the rim. Bounced off the back iron. Wow. Oshner goes underneath. He slips underneath the basket but makes the layup count. That was impressive focus from the freshman. And it moves to a 50-25 score. Pine Bluffs doubling up the Hornets. Near side ball goes to Fornstrom. Has pace in the right wing. Instead attacks the hoop himself and banks it in. Fornstrom's first basket of the game, 52-25. And a steal by Freeburg on the near side is going to see him slip. That right side of this court has been awfully slick.
Yeah. You know,
both games.
They've wiped up some, I don't know, but yeah, both teams have been slipping a little on that end.
You're getting to the end of a school year, middle end of the school year, and sometimes these gyms, especially the smaller schools, get a lot of use.
Yeah.
And you can resurface it all you want at the beginning of the year, but it gets worn out. Oshner thought he had the three-point shot going as he put one up from the right wing. That's no good. Freeburg gets to the rebound, and Fornstrom will bring it up. Right, pass inside to Freeburg, floats one up. That's no good. Gets his own rebound. Fouled on the way to the rebound, though, so they're going to call a foul on the floor. He got the putback to go, but the official says, we'll try and do that again.
Yeah, we'll run that one.
Foul picked up by Mason Terry. That's only our second foul of the entire second half.
It's been a clean game.
Pass inside, finds Schmidl. Goes up top, pump fake there from Colby Lerwick. Retreats it back outside to Freeburg, whose three is no good. He's cooled off a little bit after hitting three earlier on in the game. 52-25, the score stays stuck, 5.5 to go. Medley with it at the top of the key, dribbles to the right side, dances in again, spin move into the lane, steps through a double team, defeated to the corner, where a three ball is airballed by Hansen to the front of the rim and poked out of bounds to stay with Burns.
Yeah, the Burns Broncs need to find a shooter. I mean, Medley's probably got a pretty decent inside game, but doesn't have a lot of chance to show it.
And Burns are getting good looks. That's the one. The offense is working, just not able to necessarily cash in on a lot of the looks you are getting. As Medley all the way to the hoop, lays that one up and in. Had the chair pulled out on him and still was able to slip that one through for his 14th point. He's got half of the offense for Burns, down 52-27 as the Hornets attack quickly with Fornstrom, but he misses the layup inside, and Medley there for the rebound. Medley will attack, goes against Justin Lerwick. Outside of the painted area, double team forms, and he'll read it to Hampson. Bryce drives the baseline, steps on the end line, and that's the other thing Burns has been struggling with.
Yeah.
The Hornet, and struggling with because the Hornets have been doing a good job of it, of using that end line as an extra defender.
Extra defender, yeah. Well, if you can cut somebody off and trap them down there on the baseline, they got nowhere to go.
4:40 to go. 25-point lead still for the Hornets. Pierce with the Pace with the basketball. Backs it near half court. Steps over to the right sideline. Finds Schmidl as Hornets just running the offense. Carter with the ball, and then Schmidl knew it too. He traveled with the basketball. He was indecisive. He wanted to hand off to Wyatt Carter and then cut, and then he decided differently, pulled the ball down, but he was already cutting when he pulled the ball down. Medley gets the ball for the Broncs on the turnover, and he'll bring this one forward. Right side, gives the ball off on the wing, and a three ball skips out of the rim from Sean Martin. 52-27, the score is still frozen. Pace will take over the point. That's Solis taking over the point.
Yeah, and if you're the Burns Broncs, the clock is not in your favor.
No, and let's see if the Hornets, this running offense side of things they're doing right now, not a bad plan. You get to work some extra practices against a live team.
Yeah. Run a little Harlem Globetrotter action.
Lerwick with the basketball, puts up a shot from the left block, rebounded on the opposite side by Nathan Pace, who gets his fourth point of the game. Oshner will bring it up the right, goes to the baseline. He's going to get a foul whistled against Pine Bluffs, and that goes against Lerwick, who picks up his third. That's something I had a coach in Idaho talk to me about. He said every time we get up by 20, 25 points, he says, I want my teams, this is a girls coach, so when I say girls, he said, I want my girls to run a play 2 to 3 times before you actually finish the playoff, regardless of who you're going against. Was only once. Burn clock and get practice was all he wanted to do on those type of plays, because he said, I want you still getting something out of these games. As a timeout taken, we'll keep it right here on this one, just since I started to go off onto my random tangent and story. But that's something that good coaches will do. They'll take opportunities to get people out there. And you see Burns doing a bit of that right now, too, of saying, okay, we're down big. We're going to start shuffling some of these other freshmen that are going to be important factors moving forward and into the field.
Yeah, and well, you take the opportunity. It's a learning experience, a chance to teach. And like you said, it's against a live team. So, yeah. So in that NFL playoff, Baltimore has now walked out to a 31-10 lead, so 3 touchdowns. I'm going to venture to say we'll be watching them next week in the AFC Championship game.
21 unanswered will help you with that.
Yep.
3:33 to go. Fade away from the right block, missed by Terry, rebounded by Freeburg as Burns again stymied on their attempt. They have only scored 4 points in this fourth quarter, and another turnover by the Hornets will give them a chance to add to that tally. They've only scored 10 points in the second half of action so far, and a lot of that thanks to the Pine Bluffs defense.
Yeah, it's been tough. I mean, I said you got Medley as your main ball handler, and, they've been double team and trapping.
Medley tries to spin the lane, pulls up at the right elbow as he's cut off by Lerwick. Pass to the left side, finds Tanner Holmes. First time we said his name in the game. Holmes gets the ball to Martin, who is fouled on his way in, and he'll step to the line. Foul goes against Freeburg, his second, and that is the third on Freeburg, second team foul against the Hornets. See if Martin can make it at the line. 2 shots. First is good. That's a silky smooth delivery.
That was.
Fifth free throw, make 5 of 11 now at the line for Burns. Gets the second as well. So 6 of 12, up to 50% on the game for the Hornets as they trail at 54-29. Right side, wide open, 3-point jumper, airballed short, cleaned up by Freeburg under the hoop, but he is in traffic and can't finish it off as Medley gets the second rebound of that trip. Martin takes the ball for the Burns Bronx, spins his way to the free throw line. Right side block, kicks it outside for Oshner's 3. That's good.
There you go.
Oshner set his feet on that one. That's something we haven't seen him be able to do. Got a nice wide stance as he rose, and it trims it to a 22-point game with 2.5 to go. This is a good stretch for Burns right now. Regardless of what happens in this game, this will help him out going forward. Pass left side. Jab step and getting into the lane all the way to the hoop is Colby Lerwick, and the freshman's fouled to step to the line for 2 of his own. Trying to add to the tallies at the line. These are only the 3rd and 4th free throws at the line for Pine Bluffs in the second half.
Yeah, no, Burns has actually played, as far as penalty-wise.
0 for 2 in the second half, and now 1 for 3. It's been both Lerwicks who have gone to the line, too. Colby Lerwick, this is his first trip. Justin was the one who went 0 for 2, but Justin, the leading scorer for the Lerwicks, with 11. Another sub will check onto the court. That's Colton Beimer.
Now you're going to get multiple substitutions.
Also out there, Travis Lerwick returns to the court. I'll say we had all the Lerwicks together, but just Travis and Colby now out there on the court. Free throw is up and good. So 2 for 2 on the trip to the line for Colby. Pine Bluffs makes their free throws. A little bit slow at the start, but they've started to cash in on them as the game's gone on. Medley brings the ball forward. 2:07 to go. At the top of the key, he'll bring it to the right elbow. Pass inside. Somehow he fed it to Terry, although he was smothered. Terry tips it back out beyond the 3-point line. Gets it back on the right block. Fancy footwork and fancy dribbling doesn't get him free of some traffic and is tipped out of bounds. Stays Bronx basketball.
Yeah, he got bound up down there in the corner and had nowhere to go with the ball.
Timeout's going to get taken. This is a full. We'll take one with them. Back after 30 seconds on 1480 K-Ray.
$1:51.
I was going to say 111 seconds. I was trying to go fancy with it, but I wasn't sure if people were ready for that. 1:11 left in the game. Let's just say that.
There you go.
1:51 if you're talking official time. 56-32. Burns inbounding the basketball from the near sideline after the timeout. I'll lob this one into Kurz, and he got caught.
Yep.
Tied up down on the baseline. I thought it was going to be a travel, but there's a reason Jesus Solis ended up blocking a shot.
He was trying to go for the shot, and that was blocked from the get-go.
So it stays the same way. Possession arrow in favor of Burns, so they get the ball back for another attempt. Oshner on the left corner tries to dribble the baseline. Nice reverse layup and gets it to go. Parker's going to be good.
Yeah.
As he's got himself 10 points in the game as a freshman. Foul called against Burns, and that's the third team foul against Burns. Goes against Shaw Martin, his third foul. And it'll be Pine Bluffs to inbound again. Full court pressure being applied by the Bronx with 1:38 to go, down by 22. Just trying to work on things as Martin nearly gets another steal, goes for that one from behind, now comes back from behind and pokes the ball from behind on Colby Lerwick, and Lerwick's going to get fouled, so that's the fourth team foul and the fourth against Shaw Martin. Martin just trying to make something happen right now out there on the court.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're trying to create a turnover, something to help your team.
Never going to disrespect that out there from a player who's playing all the way to the end of the whistle trying to make something happen, something that's going to endear you to your coach, if anything, especially when you are a sophomore that's looking for playing time.
You bet.
Inside a shot missed by Pine Bluffs. Rebound goes to Medley. Outlet it up ahead to Kurz. He gets fouled as Solis got stuck in a tough place between a rock and a hard place. Or I guess a rock and a Kurz, or Kriz.
Nice.
And he'll step to the free throw line. Fourth foul against Solis. Kriz at the line so far.
What's funny is these kids,
good on the first one.
as close as these communities are, these kids all know each other.
Oh, yeah. They're bragging rights that comes out of this.
Oh, absolutely.
Second free throw, no good as that spins to the outside right. Rebound goes to Colton Beimer. The junior gets his first action in the scorebook of the game. Feeds the ball up ahead to the right side. Sets a screen, and the ball comes back to the near side for Solis, who's going to get fouled by Oshner.
Yeah, in 20 years at some high school reunion, somebody's going to go, hey, do you remember? And somebody else is going to go, no, I don't.
No, I forgot that day.
Wasn't there. Don't remember a thing.
2 at the line, 56-35 is your score with Pine Bluffs on top trying to add to that. Solis, who has yet to score today, changes that.
Yep, fix that.
Drops that one home. They made their last 3 free throws. They've been good at the line again. I mean, outside of the 2 misses to start the second half off, they've really capitalized on the majority. Second free throw is no good. Blame that on me. I was bragging them up too much.
Yep.
Rebound from Medley. Throws a long touchdown pass that is unable to be finished underneath the basket by Martin. It'll be Solis who comes away with the ball. 50 seconds to go, and he gets fouled again. And that's going to be picked up by Mason Terry. And it's 57-35. Solis gets another chance at the line, and the crowd was chanting that they wanted to see Jace Golding onto the court, and apparently they're going to get their wish because somebody cheered very loudly as he came up off of the bench to check in at the scorer's table. A freshman from the JV team.
Every crowd's got a favorite.
Bank shot in by Jesus is good. He's 2 of 3 at the line now. He's coming in for Solis, too, so now it's up to Solis to really make that fan happy on the far side.
You bet. Got to make them both.
Pressure's on, buddy. And he does.
Nice.
So we're going to see Jace Golding sub onto the court. And got to do some research on this one before we do this game again. That's an excited reaction from a couple of people.
For a freshman.
Exactly. It's not like it's a senior or something like that getting out there.
Yeah.
Kriz with the basketball. Final 35 seconds. Drive to the baseline by Terry is dropped up and good. Mason drops that deuce home, and it's the Burns Broncs making a little bit of headway into this lead. It was 25. It's down to 22, and they definitely haven't let the Hornets just run away from it. Pass to the near side. Fed over to Beimer. Taking some air out of this one. He'll pass it to the right. Just avoiding going into the backcourt was Lerwick. Colby will take it over his right. Final 5 seconds. He's just going to dribble this one out as Oshner working against him on the right side. And the two of them must know each other. Another pair of freshmen. And Colby pats him on the head as they end up heading to each other's benches. With a final score of 59-37, though, it is Pine Bluffs all over the Burns Broncs, as that'll wrap it up for this game. We're going to take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we will have your final stat recap on this one and get you set for our game coming up on Friday next week, as that's going to be Central and East over at Story Gym. That'll be coming up after this 2-minute break on 1480 K-Ray.
MHP is a certified public accounting and consulting firm located in both Cheyenne and Fort Collins, offering accounting, tax, and consulting services to businesses, not-for-profit, government, and individual clients. MHP takes pride in their commitment to providing close, personal attention to their clients. They also continue to invest time and resources in continuing education, state-of-the-art computer technology, and valuing their relationships with you. MHP is proud supporter of local and UW athletics. MHP, 314 West 18th Street, or call 634-21.
Today is April 23rd, 2021. Tracy Locke for Pepsi at ID PETW 1114000. Spot title, Better with Pepsi Sounds Delicious. Nachos, 30-second stereo full radio mix.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
As your life changes, so do your banking needs. At Platte Valley Bank, we offer a wide range of services for your individual banking needs, as well as solutions to help your business be successful. No matter how simple or complicated your financial needs, we have the products, knowledge, and resources to help you achieve financial success. Experience the difference. You belong here.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Winter driving in Wyoming. Are you prepared? Winter storms strike quickly across Wyoming's high plains and the mountains. When they do, driving conditions can deteriorate rapidly and become very challenging. Make sure your vehicle is ready for the elements and you have an emergency preparedness kit available. Driving on slick roads, always remember slower speed, acceleration, steering, and braking. Also,
split the girls and boys doubleheaders. Girls end up coming away with the victory. Boys end up dropping it. Pine Bluffs flip the script, and that is what you have for that one. Both defending state champs come away with the victory, though, RJ.
Yeah, and that, which was really kind of what we expected. In that first contest, we saw the Lady Broncs from Burns, a guard-heavy team, but they take care of the basketball. They put the biscuit in the basket. They get the win.
Well, and they know how to play good defense as guards, and you can have a guard-heavy team. You just got to know how to play good defense and help defense with that side of things. On the other side, for Pine Bluffs, on the other side, they are who we thought they were. I think they pulled back a little bit in that fourth quarter, or they would have been really able to put the hammer down. But for Burns, their fourth quarter was their best quarter of the game. 14 points in that guys' game, and I think got some momentum going forward for themselves.
They did, and for the Burns Broncs, they need to develop a little bit of help. They got some decent talent, and they just, I don't know, maybe just a couple of minor changes or something. I think they need to find an outside shooter, and they're going to be a pretty good club.
Final numbers on this one. Let's start with Burns High School. Mason Medley with 14 points. Parker Oshner, the only two in double figures. He finished with 10. Duggan Kriz with 7 points. Mason Terry, Shaw Martin, and Christian Genho with 2 points each. On the other side for Pine Bluffs, they had plenty of scoring and from a lot of different people. Karsten Freeberg, the leading scorer, with 22 points in the game. 11 from Justin Lerwick, all in the first half. Sean Schmidl with 9 points, 4 points from Nathan Pace, 3 points from Jesus Solis, 6 from Wyatt Carter, and then 2 points from Colby Lerwick and Cade Fornstrom. Just depth on this team for the Pine Bluffs Hornets is what that screams to me.
They got a lot of kids that can contribute, and as the season goes on, those roles will get a little more defined, and they're going to be another good run, maybe into the state tournament for them.
Well, we'll have another good run coming up as the Central and East game coming up Friday night. That'll be here on 1480 K-Ray as well as on the YouTube channel, and that's going to be you and Larry over there doing the call on that one. Unfortunately, I got LCCC stuff. Well, fortunately for me, unfortunately for you guys, or maybe fortunately, you don't have to hear my voice, but CWC hosting LCCC, so I won't be there on that one, but you guys have the rivalry. That's going to be a fun one on both boys and girls.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have that one. Again, that one coming to you from Story Gym. I believe what the game times were, 4:30 and 6 or 6 and 7:30?
I believe 6 and 7:30 on that one.
Yeah, I had it wrote down here, but that
just the one gym, so you kind of elongate everything out on those days.
A little bit. That NFL game, you got the Baltimore Ravens now with under 2 minutes to go, leading 34-10. So I think we can mark that in the winners column for the Ravens. We'll see them next week.
Today's broadcast has been presented to you by our fine sword sponsors, Chick-fil-A, Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, Page Lane at Number One Properties, Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service, 2 doors down, Platte Valley Bank, Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, Lennox Auto Body, MHP LLP, Holiday Motors, The Gill Window Company, Fat Boys Tire and Auto, The Burns Insurance Company, First Year Bank, Wyoming Department of Transportation, Merritt Plumbing and Heating, Kia of Cheyenne, FNBO, and Pepsi of Cheyenne, as well as Taco John's, who is our scoreboard sponsor. And again, brings us the final scores of this one as the Pine Bluff girls come away with the victory. Pine Bluff boys come away with the victory. Burns girls come away with the victory. It's been a Saturday, let's just say that.
It most definitely has.
Before we stumble any more over our words, we're going to send it back to regular programming. And thanks again to Larry for being back in studio and making sure that everything stays on air and sounds pretty for us. But until next time, we'll send it back to regular programming on 1480 K-Ray.
And then you're just stopping.